Yeah. What is up, everybody? We're gonna be going over some motorcycle crashes. How you guys doing today? Today, what we're gonna be trying to do though is you see on the bottom corner, 249,859. Let's see if we can get that to 250 by the end of the stream. Too quiet? Let me know, guys. I actually changed up some of the audio. Let me know what you guys think. Changed up the audio, made some better adjustments to things. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait until let's go ahead and get this going. Forgot to add my audio. It is quiet. All right, so I can add some things to it. Sounds good. Some people are saying sounds good. All right, let's try that. So let me know if that sounds okay. Yeah, we're super close, guys. We're super close. So I got to add my headset. I was letting it charge up a little bit. How you guys doing? Today's an easy day. There we go. Got my audio. Let's see if it works. Let's go ahead and hit that. There you go. You guys can hear it. Perfect. Should be over already. Wait, what? Hearing me just fine. Hey, Dan, I'm a new rider and you've helped me a lot with your videos so far. Thank you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Linwabo, how you doing? Rachel Blades, of course I'll say your name. How you doing? Valmir from Norway. How you guys doing? Let me know if the audio sounds a little better. I was working this week on some of that stuff, making sure everything was good. Sorry, just getting a doctor's appointment. Yeah. Love the vids. Thank you. Yeah, I know I should be over 250, but you know what? That's 250,000 people. Think about it, guys. 250,000 people. That's quite a bit. So I'm actually very surprised. I'm even above. You know, I remember when it was like I had 100 subs. I remember that. That was rough. Just keep grinding, guys. I've been doing this. I've been making videos consistently since 2015. Consistently, so 5 years. Think about it. Whenever you're like in a job and you're there for 5 years, you've been there for a while. So I've been doing this for a while. Also, guys, these are all crew submitted videos. Not necessarily like DDFM crew. If you click that join button, you become a crew member. No, crew. I call you guys all crew. You guys are all my crew. If you want to click that link that's in the chat right there, and you can submit your own videos. There's a whole process to it. There's 21 videos here. If we get closer and closer to 250 and we're almost done, or we are done, I'll just go on to another one. We have a 99 lives video that we can play around with. Cocktail Andy, hi for nowhere, come and ride with. Dude, I would love to. Whew. Aloha from Venom, I would love to ride with you too. George Athanasolopoulos, hopefully I said that right. Damn, I hooked on phonics over here. Greetings from Greece. How you doing? Yeah, let me know. Here, we're gonna test it out. Let me know how it sounds on the audio in the background.
Caught that on film.
So that's what it's gonna sound like when we get going on that. Steebag became a crew member. Woo! New member, baby. Love it. Love it. Welcome. Adrian, how you doing? Love your videos. Puts a lot into my minds before and during a ride. Helps me keep me safe as someone just getting back into riding. Thank you from Las Vegas. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm glad I'm able to be in your mind telling you, hey, side of the vehicle. Hey, orange stage, intersection coming up. Glad I'm able to help you out with that. I'm glad I'm able to be a part of that. As long as you stay safe, that's all I care about. Ali, it's good to have you back. Yeah, 82. It's tough to stream. There you go, Steve Bag. Welcome. 249,859. If you guys are not subbed, click that subscribe button. We're trying to get 250 by the end of the stream. What's up, Angel Crisis? Thank you. Can I react to Wall Terrific? Yeah, I already did. I already did a Wall Terrific. Excuse me. I've actually reacted twice. I did it live one time. Let's see. Yeah, I got multiple. I did a stream when he did his broken collarbone. So, Rachel, that's the video I actually did it. Does he have a new one? Does he have a new crash? He's a really cool guy. I also did a podcast with him. He was on the podcast after the ride. Passed my motorcycle theory exam today. Steebag! Everyone give Steebag congrats. He passed his motorcycle theory exam today, partially thanks to your vids teaching me the principles. Been loving the videos recently. Thank you. Whew. Congrats to you. What's considering the HD 883, but now considering either an Indian Scout or a sport bike? What are your thoughts on this? 883s are cool. I like it. But yeah, you're right with the Indian Scout. If you want to stay cruiser, go Indian Scout or Kawasaki Vulcan S. If you want like a cruiser sporty bike, Kawasaki Vulcan S. So the Vulcan S has a sport bike engine kind of tuned for cruiser riding. So that might actually be the thing you want to try out. So go to like a dealership and try out the Kawasaki Vulcan S. But Indian Scout, those are beautiful. Those are beautiful. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Let's see. It should be auto, but we'll double check. Let's do this. Yoink. There it is. Ashley made you very aware as a new rider. Awesome. Once we hit, guys, let's go ahead and sign in. Let's get I think we'll start at 80 likes. We'll start it at 80 likes. We're at 54 that I see right now. Let's get to 80 likes and then we'll go ahead and get started. Rachel, you're a YouTuber? Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad I was able to inspire you. I'm just double checking making sure the audio sounds good. Yeah, Chris Suddy, exactly. It's basically a Ninja 650 converted to a cruiser for comfy riding. Yeah, seriously. It's try it out. I mean, it might not be ergonomically fit for you. Might not like the look, but if you're liking the Indian Scout because of the looks and the feel and the fit and the power, hell yeah, go for that. It's all about what you want to ride and what you want to do with it too, And that's the cool thing. There's a bike out there for anybody. There's a motorcycle out there for anybody. There's a scooter, depending if you just want to, worry about not having to shift. There's that. They got some really big scooters out there. They got a 300cc scooters. They got 500cc scooters. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Yeah, Ryder Ryan, the Scout is heavy, but it is low, so it's very easy to flat foot. The seat height's 25 inches. It's just like the not Indian. It's just like the Honda Rebel 500 and 300. Super low. My wife can flat foot that. So, very easy to balance. And then exactly when you're actually moving, you don't even feel it. They did great. They did good. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We're at 83 likes. It looks like we are going to get going. Hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we can hit 250,000. 250,000 by the end of the... Look, it's up on the top right. Let's see if we can hit that number. Okay? Let's see if we can hit that number. Holum. New member and new rider here. Welcome, baby. I love seeing where you guys are from. I mean, we've had Greece. We've had Norway. We've had Brazil. We have South Wales, UK. We got so many people. Write in the chat where you're from. We're going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. All right, so left turner, or we're turning left. You got to watch out for this Prius right here. Or is that a Prius? It's a smart car. Woo! That was my editing. Anyways, so what we got right here, let's go ahead and get our handy dandy pen out. Okay, so it just turned green. Let's go ahead and get I like this color. So it just turned green. We're about to get going. We have good space cushion in between us. That gives us plenty of room to do whatever we want in here. It also allows us to kind of get prepped and ready for this turn right here so we can do that. We're not rushing behind anybody. Once if this person decides to stop in the middle of the intersection, we're super close, boom, we impact them. So this is a great space cushion. Remember, guys, this was sent in by you. So these are user submitted videos. If you notice right here, November 13th, 2020 class footage, click join DDFM crew. This was actually sent out to crew members so they could watch it before I even did anything. So we always talk about, you know, the pattern. So if there's another car here and another car here, this would be an easy pattern to recognize that anybody might want to come out into our lane because our lane is completely open. So that's one of those things I look out for, which, by the way, on the new channel or on the second channel, I have a ride along video where I actually have a close call. That's going to be going up after this live stream. So make sure you check out the second channel, Motorcycle Training Concepts. So anyways, we're going to be turning left. Okay, not a big deal, right? So one thing that you want to do is position yourself for safety. So lane position 1, 2, and 3. And I know there's a lot that's going into this because, you know, it's just a left-handed turn. I understand that, but the thing is that's what you guys are here for. So right here, we have good positioning right here for escape paths where we have nice space cushion so nobody's here. So position ourselves for safety on this is great. We're going to be doing a left-handed turn. So now what I would do is, like I said earlier, is I would start to navigate a little bit to about like right here. So about this position when I start the turn. I don't want to stay right here. So let's go ahead and move forward just a little bit so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so why is this little Schmeat car not doing anything, It's probably because we have this. Okay, so we have that yellow arrow, so it's the yield. Now, when it comes to yielding, the reason why they're yielding and not even getting in the intersection is because they have poor line of sight, because this vehicle right here went into the intersection and now they can't see anything around this vehicle. Now, that can happen to you as a motorcyclist. It's happening right now. So you see how the line of sight, you can't see around that vehicle. So don't just follow this vehicle because that's going to be a big problem. Okay, now you have good line of sight. You can start making judgments. You can see everything here. Now, if it's up to you, you can go ahead and take off. And I'm assuming that's what this person's doing too. So they're all making decisions based off of vision. That's the biggest thing I want to take away from here. So we're constantly looking. We're taking a look at this. That's where the camera is pointed. Now, this is one of those things where you understand the road rules, the road traffic, the etiquette and everything. When you see this vehicle right here, they're in the turn lane. You see this vehicle right here, they're in this oncoming lane. You see this vehicle way over there, they're a non-issue at this point. So the real hazards that we have is going to be this van right here, okay? So because this truck right here is supposed to stay in this lane. So the van right there is a hazard, but they're super far away. So if you orient yourself, okay, the OODA loop, observe, orient, decide, and act. If you're oriented into the situation, you know that you're going to get out of this intersection before this vehicle gets here. So now they're not a threat anymore. This person right here is not a threat anymore unless they're hauling butt. So as soon as you realize that, start looking forward and look for other threats. Like this one right here. So you see my head? So this is the new threat. Okay, so this is why I don't like to be right next to other vehicles in these turn lanes. And I actually talk about that on the second channel with the video that's going to come up after this, is that I like to stay staggered. Okay, so I'm constantly going through the curve like this, not like this. If that's the case, if they decide to come over, they're not going to hit me. So ride staggered. Make sure you staggered, especially on these turns. And especially when you have these medians. A lot of cars like to go wide because they're scared of hitting this median because they don't know how to navigate their own car. So they're going to come close to this and maybe go over and then go back into their lane. That's typically what they do. So when you position yourself for safety, let's say this is 1, 2, 3. This is when I go back to how I'm going to situate my turn, is that I'm not going to be right here on the line or even right here or even right here. I'm going to go wide. So I'm going to go over to lane position 3 so that I'm staying nice and wide. That way I have a good space cushion this way. I'm not too worried about this space cushion because we don't have vehicles coming our way yet. It's going to allow me to turn, and be wide, so it gives me everything I absolutely need. But this rider did a great job. So if you're ever in this situation and they do go way over, you notice it. You see how they're going wide? They're not paying attention. So what you do is start to move over just a little bit and get yourself out of there. Okay, adapt to the situation. Now, this person just straight up took your spot. This rider was situationally aware. Hey, look at that. Bunch of subscribers. Just got updated.
Got that on film.
So very good job on the rider who was able to navigate that situation. Now imagine if you're hauling butt and you're trying to go fast and you weren't paying attention. All you were trying to do is get from point A to point B as fast as possible. You wouldn't have been able to solve this problem. Probably would have collided or went into the curb and then get pissed and punch mirrors. This is why you need to plan your ride. Great job on this rider. All right, so we're going to ride at nighttime, low visibility. Okay, always remember, ride within the conditions present. Okay, we got this truck going slower, so I'm concerned about this blue car. There it is. Roll up the throttle. You saw his hand. All right, we'll go over that, obviously. That car's impatient. Look at that. The car driver's impatient. He wanted to get around everybody. So going back to the previous video, which was this one. Okay, going back to that. Let's see. There we go. So this is where we're at. Okay, so decent lane positioning so we could see around. We're not going to talk too much about that. We're going to focus mainly on the patterning that we have here. But we have decent line of sight. We could see around. This is perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let the car in front of us take off. You see how the space cushion got bigger? So that's one thing I like to do is when we're at a red light or green light, whatever it is, when they take off, I let them get a half a second, a little bit more, and let them accelerate, let them have their little lead foot, and I'm going to just increase my throttle just a little bit to allow them to get in front and increase that space cushion for me. So that's really cool. I like to showcase that whenever I can. All right, so one of the biggest things here is that these big vehicles, they got a lot of weight. They have a lot of everything in order for them to get going. Okay, it's going to be very difficult for them. They're going to be really slow on takeoff. So any cars behind big vehicles like that, already, I'm like, if I was in that position, I'd be wanting to switch lanes, all right? Not just for vision, but because I'm tired of being slow and watching all these people pass me. So I'm going to try to switch lanes when it's safe to do so. But I do my head checks. I check my blind spots. I indicate where I'm going to go because I'm a motorcycle rider, smart rider, but translate that to smart driving principles. So we're going to go ahead and move forward a little bit right here. And you notice how we're getting past or we're catching up. So now these guys are lined up. We're going to get going. What do you think this driver is going to want to do? They're going to want to switch lanes. So that's what I want you guys to pay attention to. We'll look at this pattern. If our lane is moving forward and this other lane, or it could be on either side, is going slower, expect somebody to switch over into your lane. And they're not going to see you because of unintentional blindness, motion-induced blindness. Make sure you hit subscribe. We're trying to get 250,000 by the end of the stream. Let's move over. So now right here, what's happening? Look, put yourself in their perspective, okay? There's a driver right here. They're looking and they see, oh, this driver is passing, and they're going to make that judgment call. I know you do it out there when you're driving. As you're driving, you see somebody pass. You're like, okay, cool. Somebody passed. They're not in my spot anymore. I'm going to turn over without even looking. I hope you guys don't do that, but I have a feeling that's what happened here is that they were waiting for this driver to pass, and then that's going to be their indication of, oh, I get to pass without looking. We got a motorcyclist right here, guys. Not good. Not good. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, you know what? I understand that position. I understand I would hate to be stuck behind a truck. And I see that I'm the motorcycle rider in the back. And I know what you want to do. I'm going to roll up the throttle and give you that gap. That's what I do. So there's no rush. So we got the indicator right there. And look at that right there. Indicator adapting to the hazard. Indicator adapting to the hazard. Position yourself for safety. For plan is to position yourself for safety. Locate the hazard, adapt to that hazard, navigate a threat if there is a threat. A threat is when somebody pulls out in front of you, you got to swerve, emergency brake, red stage maneuver, all those things. This one right here is just an adaptation right now. Rolled off the throttle, increase the gap, let this person through. Now they're being very impatient. They're in front of us. They're behind this car. They want to go to the open lane. And there it is. So now we have a good space cushion. So this is why I say don't put yourself in a bad situation after somebody does something like this. We have good space cushion right here. We have multiple lanes that we can escape into. We can have good vision. We don't need to get up in this guy's face and break his mirror. Let's not do that, guys. Let's not do that. Good job. Good job. All right. Remember, guys, we're giving away a bunch of motorcycle gear. Click the link in the chat, in the description. Woo! Side of the vehicle, but not quick enough. Can't see it that quick in downtown. Did a good job, though. We're going to talk about that. All right, so we're riding around. Now, this is one of those biggest hazards when it comes to city traffic. This is all you get when it comes to any vision when a vehicle comes out. That's all you get. Not a lot. Not a lot. So what you have to do prior to getting to this intersection, you know it's an intersection. You can kind of see it over here. You definitely could see how the building changed. You know, it's a different building. So what you can do is you need to prepare for it. You need to plan your ride. You need to go into orange stage, okay? So right now we're in yellow stage. In a split second, we're going to go into orange stage because we just now perceived that there's a possible hazard. And there's these blind curves because the buildings block everything. If you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's a bunch of trees, like in a farm field, there's some farm fields with trees, and there's trees blocking the four-way intersection, it's the same concept. It's a line of sight problem. So that's the biggest thing we need to watch out for. So we're going 31 miles an hour. It's probably in-city traffic, not a big deal. That's actually a good speed. He's not using a rock form mount, so that's a big problem. Go ahead and grab yourself a rock form using the link in the description. Whew. Discount code 25% already applied once you click that link. That's what I have. So we're going to be moving forward, and look at this. Bad line of sight. You just can't see anything, but he's looking. The camera's starting to point that way, so he's being very situationally aware, understanding what's got to do. Still don't see anything, right? Now, this is a yellow light for us, okay? So it just turned yellow. Now, if you feel like you could stop, go ahead and try if you can. If it's not safe to do so, if there's a car behind you and it's not safe to stop and you need to go through that light, be very careful, okay? But you could do that. I actually did that in my ride, which is going to be on the second channel. I actually had to go through the intersection. It was yellow, but it was unsafe for me to stop, and I just kept going. But since it's yellow, what is this person doing? So this is the moment we perceived it. So this person's going to go into our path of travel. That's what path of travel is. This is where the collision's going to happen. So what do we do in this situation? What we could do is roll off the throttle and maybe stop if we possibly can. We'd probably stop right here in the middle of the intersection, which is kind of scary because if it's yellow for us, it means it's going to be green for him pretty soon. So you're going to have people wanting to go and stuff. So in this situation, if you had to, what's an escape path that you could do outside of doing what he did? What he did was perfect. You know, you could do that day in, day out and still manage it. Another thing you could do is, I'm just trying to give you guys options. Just make a right-handed turn, roll off the throttle, do a nice right-handed turn, go down that street, come back the other street, and boom, there you go. So that's another option you can do. You could also try to stop, like I said, right there. Or you could do what he did and kind of move over just a little bit and not slow down, but accelerate. Okay? You could do that too. Those are three options. That's what I really like about this. So when I tell you guys to do something, I'm not telling you guys, hey, you should be swerving in this situation. Hey, you should brake in this situation. No, I'm giving you multiple options. I want you guys to see that you do have multiple options, but it's upon you, I think that's how you say it, that you need to figure out what it is you can do. How do you know that you can make this turn at 30 degrees, taking a right-handed, or 30 miles an hour, taking a right-handed turn? Do you know how to slow down right beforehand without jostling the suspension? It's called trail braking. Take an advanced class. Maybe you can make that. What about swerving at 30 miles an hour? Have you ever done that in a parking lot? Have you done that on the road? Have you done that at all? I show you guys how to do that on the second channel. I like to swerve around manhole covers in the middle of a neighborhood where it's 25 miles an hour. So I'm going to swerve around manhole covers last second, practicing that. What about your braking at 30 miles an hour? Have you ever done that? What is your total stopping distance? So in order for you to understand what it is you can do here, you need to practice. You can't just assume, well, I'm just going to do it when I'm out on the road and watch Dan the Fireman. No. You need to go out and practice, okay? Practice. This person did a great job, though. See how he swerved into this lane? 29 miles an hour. Swerved in this lane. When I say lane position 1. This is lane 1, position 1, 2, 3. Went over to lane position 1. It originally was lane position 2. Moved over just a little bit. But look how much more you could totally do if you had to. Not a lot of time to react in that situation. Did a great job. If you want to submit your own videos, click the link in the description or chat right there. Good job. Beautiful view. Is this in Norway? One of you guys are saying ride the mountains in Norway. Hey, there it is. Good braking in a corner. Whew. trying to show more good examples for you guys. All right, so what do we have here? What did we just talk about when it came to this video right here? We have bad line of sight. So when we're over here, what's this? Trees in the way on a corner, right? Bad line of sight. So what you need to do is ride at a speed that is, if this is where the road ends. Now, it's obviously going to keep opening up while you're riding this road, right? But you still need to assume that there could be something on the other side because you can't see. So in this situation, go the speed this rider is going. We're not here dragging knee in the mountains. We're not doing that. We're over here trying to enjoy the view. We're over here trying to enjoy the cool air on our body because we're on a motorcycle. So we're just kind of going around this nice and easy, keeping a good eye for vision, good eye for uncommon things in a common situation. So that's going to be the focus on this, is uncommon things in a common situation and corner speed, okay? And why it's important. So 18, I'm going to assume 18, let's say miles per hour, because that's pretty close. I mean, this is pretty slow. So good job on that. There's that uncommon thing in a common situation, okay? Why is it? Well, it's a car. It's a car in the other lane. How's that uncommon? Well, it's common to see a car there. Great. That's what the common situation means. What is the uncommon thing in the common situation? Why is a car in a 2-lane road, one going this way, one going this way, is stopped? That's the uncommon thing. So this is where you start to point out, you start to look for things that aren't necessarily common. So I don't want you to keep scanning the whole road and doing everything you possibly can, looking for common things like, oh, there's a tar snake. Look at all those tar snakes. Oh, there's a car turning left, but wait, it's not turning left because it's in a parking lot and it's just parked there. Look at all those cars parked. Look at all this. Look at all. I don't want you doing that. I want you to find the things that are uncommon. Well, there's a tar snake in the middle of the road, but the tar snake is this long. It's not so tiny. It's really huge. Let's go ahead and avoid that. There's a manhole cover. Very common, but there's no cover on it. There's a manhole, but no cover. Uncommon. Navigate around that. So you start to find the patterns, and then you try to find, why isn't that pattern the same as every other situation I'm in? If that's the case, get away from it. Just get away from it. There's no reason to be around it. Be a little skittish. That's perfectly fine. But have the skills so that you're not dropping bikes when you're being a little skittish. So that's the uncommon thing. Now, when you see that, when you see this car stopped here, and you know that there's not enough space for a park, like for a car to park, what do you think other cars are doing? And I know we're going through an after action review here, so we can actually pause the frame. We're not traveling 18 miles an hour. We're not distracted by multiple things. But I want you guys to understand this. What do you think the other cars are going to have to do to get around that car? They're going to have to go into your lane. Simple as that. Why is that car there? Probably taking a picture. Dumb driver. But that's what you got to watch out for. Got to be watch out for. Boom. There we go. We just perceived. What are we going to do? And this is where your training kicks in. This is where your training kicks in. You need to roll off the throttle, straighten up the handlebars, apply some brake pressure. Because at the end of the day, this person is not just going to keep going this way and hit us. This person wants to get around this dumb driver and get into this lane. So if we could just stop or slow down enough before this person gets close to us and wants to go into there, we are golden. Now the only fear we have is somebody behind us. So check your mirror. So while you're rolling off the throttle and braking, check your mirror. Nobody's behind you. Nobody's behind you. This person starts to go this way, and you go on with your day. Go ahead and give this person a bad look, and that's it. But what I don't want you to do, and this is what I'm talking about here, is that when we talked about uncommon things in common situations and speeding, imagine going over 17, 18, maybe do, you think it's kilometers per hour? Okay, let's say kilometers per hour. Let's triple that. Let's double that. Now go around this corner. Oh, Cesar Chacon. I don't know why that's up there. Welcome. Let's turn off follows and support likes. Yeah, it like combined my combined my Facebook page. We're gonna get close to dual streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, you can watch this live too. So anyways, imagine if we were going double or triple the speed because we're trying to have a ton of fun. You know what I mean? Like, and I say ton of fun. What I mean is hauling butt, and that's how you get your fun. Imagine if we're doing that around this corner. We would have hit that car. Good braking. Moved over to the side. Now that truck should have moved over, being little dum-dums. I would have given that car driver a nice look. Anyway, moving on. 1 second. Audio decided to, for me, cover. 1 second. Today is you know why? It's freaking Friday the 13th. My headphones disconnected. Whew. Friday the 13th in 2020. What the heck is going on? So while I'm trying to figure this out, we're going to go ahead and go back to the class. There we go. I got audio again. Let's go and answer 3 questions. Let's answer 3 questions. Cesar Chacon, how you doing? High-vis yellow helmet. Yeah, high-vis is great. He's got a high-vis jacket too. Thomas, it's your lucky day. Any Ninja's a good bike? Yeah, it can be. Saturday the 14th, mate. Oh, where are you at, AA Ron? Crash at a stop sign. Oh, okay. You guys don't have any questions. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Is going to cover performance.
The stop sign, side of the vehicle. And there it is. What happened, everybody? What happened? Let me know in the chitty chat. Let's see if we can hit 250,000 subscribers, guys. 250,000. Oh, this one's gonna be brutal. If you're a member, did you see this? Whew. So what are some of the problems? What are some of the problems when it comes to rain? Write it in the chat. Some of the problems when it comes to rain. How do we make those problems worse? Okay, so braking, acceleration, and turning can make it worse. So I'm giving you guys some hints. What are some of the problems when it comes to rain? Less traction, Thomas. Boom, already got it. Juan Pablo Gutierrez, wet. Got it. Pull down. Slippery and wet. All right, so traction. Okay, so the things that we can do to make it worse is going to be too much front brake or rear brake, too much acceleration too quickly, and then turning too quickly. Now, that's what we do. What are some of the external factors that happens when it starts to rain, especially within the first 30 minutes of rain? Okay, I'm giving you more hints. These are actually things in the book that you do for your test. It's going to be oil. Now, where do a lot of oil happen?
Performance exhaust.
Where does a lot of oil happen? Right here. When it rains, that's where a lot of oil is. Why is that? Because that's where cars are parked. That's where cars are sitting at a stoplight, at a stop sign. So a lot of, just maybe a couple drips every so often, but over the course of a couple days, weeks, months maybe, and now you have a bunch of oil, and it rains, it's going to lift it up, and it's going to start to slide off the side of the road. But in that first 30 minutes, Richard, welcome to the crew, it's going to start sliding up, and now you come over, and you try to stop or apply a little bit of brake pressure, whoop, lost traction. It's a little oil slick. So right here, this is what we got to watch out for when it comes to rain riding. Now, I said, oh, no, side of the vehicle. Yeah, that's side of the vehicle, but, you're having to stop, right? So unless this person comes into our lane, we don't have to really worry about them. I'd worry more about people that are behind them. Doesn't look like there's anybody there. We're in orange stage anyway, so we're going to go ahead and that person's turning. We're going to go straight or turn right, whatever it is that we were planning on doing. But where do we stop? Let's go ahead and do this. Where do we stop? I'm not going to stop in lane position 2. That's where all the oil is. No buenos. I'm going to stop over here or over here. Okay, more than likely over here on the left, because like I said, the oil is going to start to slide off the side of the road. So you're going to get a lot of oil over here, not so much in the middle of the road. So lane position 1's a good one. Lane position 1's a good one. That's where I would be. And all it is just kind of slowing down and stopping. And that's the problem when it comes to that oil. Okay, this person didn't do anything wrong, got high vis, smart rider, got full gear, was able to pick up the bike afterwards, was able to do so many different things. It's just the oil got you. So that's the point of being a smart rider. Situationally aware, fundamental skills, acquire and utilize personal protective equipment just in case something happens. Imagine if he wasn't wearing any gear and drops the bike on his ankle. That's the elbow, hands, shoulder, hip, just got hit. Imagine no gear. That's scary too. Look at that car coming. So I think it landed on his ankle. Let's see. Very close. Hey, it could have happened. Easily could have happened. It landed on the ankle. It got full gear. Alpine Stars boots, so it's got that ankle protection. Very good. So just in case something happens, this is why you need to wear gear. This could easily break an ankle. Okay? Very good. Hey, stuff happens.
I'm all right. I think it's the rain. I'm all right.
If you need gear, check it out. RevZilla at the top. If you need gear, click the link in the description. It helps out the channel. If you're going to buy gear anyways, just click that link first. RevZilla.
All right. I think it's the rain.
All right, so this one's actually kind of brutal. This is actually a mountain biking, but I wanted to explain a little bit about that rescuing another rider situation and mechanism of injury. Pretty rough, huh? So I'm actually opening up, this was sent in. So this was actually sent in. Let's see. It's a mountain bike crash. So I got some of the context on that. I'll let it play one more time. All right, so before I say anything, okay. So this after this video goes up, I'm gonna find the top 10 crashes of this live stream and make an actual video by it. But we're actually gonna be going over this real quick with the rescuing another rider. I want this to be a huge point that when you're riding a motorcycle and you don't have gear, you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't need it. You know, I'll just tumble. I'll just do this. Well, what happened here was this rider obviously is not riding a motorcycle. But how fast are they going? Maybe 30, 40, if that. There's that mechanism of injury. So front tire went in. I'm going to see if I can get a good shot. His helmet, part of his helmet snapped. That's that visor. It's supposed to snap away. His helmet pretty much, I think, stayed on. I hope it did. But right there. So that's his right shoulder. So right shoulder, right side, right everything. Okay, so I'm going to read something real quick. And every video that they gave me some context, I'll be putting in there. But so on Sunday, September 6, 2020, I did something you should never do. I crashed on trees in Alaska mountain bike park in Girdwood, Alaska. I landed squarely on the first jump and decided to still go for the wood one. I went too fast, screwed up the preload. I crashed head first. I broke my back at T12, my neck at C6 and C7, broke multiple ribs. and partially collapsed a lung. I am expected to make a full recovery and have not yet required any surgery. I know how lucky I am. Recorded through 360 GoPro Max. I played with the camera angle field of view as I was going off the jump. It wasn't an immediate nosedive, but rather I went far and just kept tipping further down. Guys, huge problems. Exactly, Scarlett. Very lucky. So this is just a mountain bike. For those of you that think that not wearing gear on a motorcycle is okay because you'll just kind of tumble, this dude broke his back in at least 3 places, very close to actually being paralyzed. Or no, I'm sorry, hangman's noose type break where you just die. I think it's the first 3 cervical vertebrae. He broke his C6, C7, T12. T12 is thoracic, so that's up here. And he broke a rib, popped a lung. Guys, you need to wear full gear. I'm just using this as an example of why you need to be a smart rider. Okay? Acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. Have it all when you're out riding on your motorcycle. So he's actually out there riding with some people, and they come in. This video is a lot longer. I shortened it for this. Oh, C1 through C3 is hangman's. Thank you. Appreciate it. He has friends show up, or people show up, and hey, you want me to call an ambulance? You want me to call this? You want me to do this? And they're all just kind of standing around. This is where you also need to learn how to rescue another rider with medical training. Okay? Links are in the description for all these things. Everything I talk about, resources, Cardo, Rockform, Revzilla, the medical training is in the description. This is why you need to have it. We're in the middle of Alaska. One's if you're in the middle of, I don't know, somewhere when you're out riding with your friends and you crash or he crashes, what are you going to do? It's very scary. Have a backup to your backup. Have gear just in case you crash. And then if it's a severe enough crash, have a backup to that, which is medical training. Very important. This has nothing to do with situational awareness, fundamental skills. This has everything to do with why you need to wear personal protective equipment and have that medical training. Take a look. You think hitting a car at 40 is less severe than this? Broken back, broken ribs, punctured lung, collapsed lung. Get gear. Link in the description. All right, so we're going to be riding around, having a ton of fun, going 100 kilometers an hour. Okay. Lining is a little weird, Slow down. You're catching up. All right, good. Oh, low side. Good. Oh, watch out for cars coming. Ooh, lucky you didn't hit that rail.
Lan şansın amına koyayım ya.
All right, so we're riding. We're having a ton of fun out in the mountains with our friend. Probably talking on a Cardo Pack Talk Bold. You know, chit-chatting, making sure we're talking to each other, being safe. Click the link in the description for a discount. Anyways, moving forward. And right here, it's a blind turn. So remember that, guys. Situation awareness, fundamental skills, acquire and utilize personal protective equipment, and rescue another rider, teach a mentor. Ugh. Sorry, I blacked out for a second. We have this blind turn. Okay, we're going 85 kilometers per hour. Blind turn. Probably can handle it. We don't know what's around the corner, though. So slow it down just a little bit. Looks like he's getting ready. Maybe he's doing some trail braking. Maybe he's doing whatever he needs to do. This person's getting ready for that turn. Okay, cool. Slovant, welcome. Thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate it. The turn keeps going. Did you know that? Probably not. What happened here? Do you think somebody else might have went off the road? Maybe a bigger vehicle? Boom. Crashed out. So right here, we're going to keep going. This is a very hard lean for a very easy turn. So if you go fast on an easy turn, you're going to have a good chance of having to use advanced skills to navigate that. So really good body position. He's almost knee dragging. Very good body positioning, very good trail braking, very good handlebar inputs, very good throttle and clutch and brake, whatever it is you need to do, inputs to make it happen for an easy turn. Okay, so like to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why go through massive amounts of schooling, huge amounts of schooling just to ride a motorcycle on easy roads? Just take it easy on the easy roads. Okay? So there's the low side. There's the low side. This is probably not broken. This is probably for, looks like there's an opening there. Looks like maybe for service. Anyways, low side. Low side. So you're going to lose traction on that rear tire because you either put too much inputs into that rear tire with the acceleration, maybe rear brake, or it just had too much lean angle and lost traction. There's a bunch of different reasons why you would low side in this situation. Typically on a turn, it's because you leaned too far, gave it too much acceleration, maybe too much brake. So same thing, traction loss. So this is going to be a low side. And this is what's very scary when it comes to going crazy out on the roads outside of a track, is that you do have oncoming traffic. This is an oncoming traffic lane. On a track, you don't have that. Okay, that's a factor reduced from being on a track. Also, you have this guardrail. And that might seem safe, right? Well, not for motorcyclists. On a track, you don't have that. You have a huge runoff, so you can keep sliding. It sucks to slide, but hey, if you crash, you crash. But now you can slide and slide and slide and slide and slide and slide and slide and slide, versus impacting the guardrail and possibly getting split in half, which happens all the time. When I say split in half, I literally mean it. Split in half. Don't look it up. Google it. Just kidding. Don't do that. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Now this is where I kind of want to talk to you guys in terms of what this rider should do. Not that rider. That rider up there already crashed. Boom. His emergency, not mine. As sad as it sounds. If I get hit, I can't take care of him. Okay? That's the reality. So in this situation, right here, keep going. Go around this corner so you can see. Park your bike in a safe spot. Get to him with your trauma kit. If you need to use it, you need to use it. If you don't need to use it, don't worry about it. But get yourself in a safe spot. Who knows, if there was a car coming and now we're over here, boom, we all get hit. That is what I want you guys to do. I want you to think of this now like a firefighter EMT. I want you to take your mind off of, hey, I'm thinking as a friend. Now I'm thinking as somebody that's going to rescue you. In order for me to rescue you, scene safety. Okay, I gotta keep myself safe first. So keep going. Maybe slow it down. You're already going slow, pretty much. Keep going. Look. And then maybe turn around and park on the shoulder. And that's what I keep saying, is you need to keep yourself safe. It's their emergency, okay? And how can you talk to them? How can you do these things, while you're doing all that, instead of pulling over and stopping and getting to them immediately? Having your pack talk, okay? Having your Cardo system, FreeCom, whatever it is you want, link in the description. You can keep talking to them while you're doing all this and be like, hey, buddy, you okay? You okay? Okay? And he's like, yeah. Oh, man, this sucks. Oh, man, this sucks. It's like, cool. That means he's talking. He's got an airway. He's breathing. Great. And you can ask him about any pain while you're pulling over. You could tell him what you're doing. Hey, you want me to call 911? You can actually do that through the system. Okay? So pull over, get your trauma kit, go ahead and talk to them. But get yourself out of the situation. Easily get hit. Right here. What if there's a car flying around? Look at he's trapped underneath the bike too. Whew. So easily could have got wrapped around this if they're going any faster. So more than likely this rider attempted to slow down as much as they possibly can before the crash. Probably saved his life, because no matter how much gear you have, this is full leathers. You're going to wrap yourself around that, get split. There's your upper body, there's your lower body going that way. Be very careful with that.
İyi misin abi?
Handled it. This is why you get sliders. This is why you get gear. This is why you get all those different things for your bike too.
Lan şansın amına koyayım ya.
All right, riding through traffic. Riding through traffic. Side of the vehicle. Woo! Left turner. Handled it. All right. All right. Yeah. This is what I used my Rockford mount for. I like to put my phone with the Rockford mount right on the handlebars so I can use it for GPS. I don't use satellite, the imagery part. I use just the normal basics because then it allows me to see where the intersections are coming up. And it's nice.
Lan şansın amına koyayım ya.
All right, so right here, we're going 34 miles an hour. I'm assuming it's miles an hour. We're just kind of riding in traffic. He's got a good planned route. So lane position 1, 2, and 3. He's in a good lane position here. He's staggered here, so he's not worried about this guy coming out because he has a good space cushion from them. Lane position 1 affords the best space cushion from these vehicles parked on the side. He's got good vision. He could see pretty far. So he's got good space cushion, good vision, and okay, so where's the escape route? That's the third thing we look for. Escape route, well, he can decelerate by applying the brakes. He can move over to lane position 2, he can move over to lane position 3, he can swerve a little bit and do a lane splitting maneuver. So he's got a good position. This is exactly where I would be. Or I'd be moving around in my position to get to this. Okay, so remember, always look for vision, always look for escape paths, always look for space cushions, okay? Now, if you can only get 2 out of 3, get vision at least. Okay? That's what I would be doing. And then escape paths. Space cushions you can mess around with, but vision and escape paths at least. If you can only get 1, then you're in a kind of a bad spot. You're getting ready for a close call, but go for vision. So we're coming up to an intersection, okay? How do I know that? I just saw a bicyclist. I'm going to see if I can get it right there. There's a bicyclist right there. Okay, so if there's a bicyclist in the middle of the intersection on a sidewalk or a crosswalk, that means there's an intersection coming up. So I should be in orange stage right now. Orange stage. You can also tell because this is a different color building. There's a big opening right here. So be very careful with that. Look for those little patterns. Okay, just because there might not be a light, just because there might not be something that's going to tell you it's an intersection, you can still find these patterns. And that's another thing is, like I said, having your phone with GPS on not the satellite imagery, but the actual the regular imagery, and then having your rock form case and mount. Yeah. It has pop socket adapter too. Anyways, it allows you to see what's happening and coming up. All right, so that's the scary part. He just squeaked out like a little turtle head. So what we have here is definitely that intersection, okay? Now, the camera angle, he probably saw it way before we did, so we had more time probably back there to figure out some of these things. But right here is what we need to be watching out for. We have brake lights. Why is this person applying the brakes? He's not in the intersection, not anywhere close to this white vehicle right there. Well, it's probably because they're not going to go in the intersection. You're not supposed to block the intersection, so they're stopping there. Well, if you stop there, what can they do? He's not protecting the intersection. What can people do? They can actually turn left in front of you. So line of sight problem, you can't see. And then this is an area where somebody can go. So roll off that throttle, prep and ready, orange stage, just in case something's about to happen. And then move through the intersection when you feel it's safe to do so. So there's that perception, okay? So as soon as we perceive this little buddy, our hands will now start to react. They should, right? In red stage. This is a red stage. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a red stage. You went from orange to red. This is not an adaptation to a hazard. This is a navigation of a threat now because this is a complete path of travel violation. Okay, so 32. Let's see if we can roll off the throttle, maybe break down to 20. I'm not saying 0. Let's go to 20 to allow this person to go, and that's all we have to do. 0 reaction with the hand in terms of braking, but look what we did. Decelerated. I don't know why we're in 4th gear going 25, but the thing is we decelerate. Maybe that's why we decelerated so much, because we're in 4th gear going 25. Decelerated, rolled off that throttle. It was able to do some engine braking, allow this vehicle to go. So imagine if we were going 50 and only decelerated to 40, maybe 35. Do you think we'd be in the side of the vehicle? Like we'd actually be in it? Yeah, more than likely. So speed plays a factor in this. So when you're out riding in town, when there's a lot of traffic, maintain a good, safe speed. And then when something like this happens, you're able to navigate it. If you want to get from point A to point B as fast as possible and beat the GPS, you know, I know a lot of you dads like to do that. Hey, I beat GPS by 3 minutes. Haha, better route. What you do here instead of trying to race the GPS, you just enjoy your ride. Just enjoy the ride and keep going. Don't go fast. No reason to go fast. If your goal is to get home or get to work, then get to work. Get home. Don't have to get there as quick as possible. Because if you crash and do something like this, it doesn't matter if it's quick as possible. You're going to hit the side of the vehicle and you're going to be in the hospital. All right? Let's not do that. Good job. Rolled off the throttle. He has to probably downshift pretty soon, right? We're going 19, fourth gear, third gear now. And he's downshifting now, okay? Okay, so understand what you have to do to get yourself out of here. All right, so this one has no audio. What's happening here is that this person in the back is helping this person in front. Somebody passes. We're going to go ahead and go to the next one because this is a two-parter, I think. Let's see, is it? Yep, two-parter. Same thing. Same thing. So one of the things that, or one of the questions I get, this is a great video. Okay, so one of the questions I get is, how do I train somebody? Okay, we talk about teaching and mentoring. I'm very thankful that you guys are sending these videos in. Once again, you can submit your own video with the link in the description or the chat. I like to look at the videos and see where it fits in with the SMART rider principles. Was this a situationally aware or unaware rider? Was this somebody that's not doing good braking or swerving or any type of fundamental skills? Does this person not have gear? Okay, let's talk about that. What about an accident, with the mountain bike? Very high mechanism. How can we talk about rescuing another rider in that situation and why we need to have gear? This one is legit just a teaching and mentoring example. Okay, so if you want to go out and teach and mentor somebody, this is kind of what you're going to do. Okay, so we have a very slow rider up front. Okay, we have a slow rider up front. What do we do to teach a new rider, which is typically going to go slow, which is great. I'm perfectly fine with that. How do we teach them out on the road when there's other drivers wanting to get around? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, first, what we do is just assume that they're dum-dums. Okay, cool. That means if you have like a little enemy, you don't have to worry about them. What we need to do is focus on this rider. Okay, how do we protect this rider? The problems associated with this is this person's going to ride slow, so other people are going to get mad and want to pass us. Do we help out the people that are mad, or do we help out the rider up front? It's the rider up front. So we're going to protect the rider in the back. Okay, so this is exactly what this rider is doing. They're sitting in the back. Very good. They're probably going to protect the lane a little bit better. Maybe put on hazards if they have to, especially if it's a new rider. The rider in front's going to go kind of slow. Let's say it's a 25-mile-an-hour road and they're going 15. Pretty dang slow. Okay, cool. They're getting a feel for the extra hazards outside of a parking lot. In a parking lot, you don't have signage and vehicles and pedestrians and curbs and dogs and kids running out in the street. You don't have all those things. So when you go from parking lot to on road, you do kind of have to go slow. You have a whole new bunch of stimuli that you need to focus on. So this new rider up here is going slow, trying to take in everything as best as possible. I like the fact that they're going slow. A lot of people are going to say, well, that's not good. Well, I like it because here's the thing. If a new rider is hauling butt through here, probably would have crashed into something already. So take it nice and easy. Okay, so now that we understand all those different factors, where can we take a rider that's going slow and keep them safe? Neighborhoods. Okay, so this right here is not the best area. So the rider is going to go slow no matter what. So teaching and mentoring. Rider's going to go slow no matter what. What can you do to minimize hazards for a slow rider? Take them to just a neighborhood. Neighborhoods max 25 miles an hour. Okay, so you don't have a ton of traffic. The only people in a neighborhood are going to park in their house or leaving their house. Nobody's really doing joyrides. Nobody's hauling butt down the neighborhoods. So what you can do is go into a neighborhood and follow around. Now get in front, have them follow you. Have you follow them, and then get a good feel for some of these things. Get used to having to stop at intersections. Get used to having a corner when there's possible traffic and there's cars on the road versus a parking lot. And from there, when you get comfortable, when we're doing 25, doing nice and easy, let's move it to a side street. Let's move it to the city street. Let's move it to the interstate. Let's move it to here. But how do you get through all that stuff? Get yourself a cardo. Grab yourself a cardo. You guys can talk to each other. Easily talk to each other and say, hey, I'm going to pass you up on your left. So now I'm going to be in front. Follow me. Look at the line I got. Okay, now I'm going to get behind you. You're going to pass me. Now I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to watch your lineage. I'm going to watch your braking. I'm going to watch your handling. I'm going to watch where your head moves. All these different things. That's why I like having a Bluetooth system. So in this situation, now that we kind of got through some of that, is what do we do about a car doing this? What do we do about this? Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Can we get mad? Yeah. Can we cause problems? Yeah. If it happens more than once, if it keeps constantly happening, that means we need to get off the road and we need to go somewhere that's slower paced. Because now we're obstructing the normal flow of traffic, which is going to be a safety hazard for us. So move over to a slower area, like I said, the neighborhood, or go back into a parking lot and practice a little bit more. Maybe find a bigger parking lot. So there's nothing you could do about that. We're going kind of slow. You know, we're getting used to navigating traffic, and that's fine. This is just kind of the stuff we got to do. So same thing happened here. We're probably going pretty slow. This car driver right here is not going super fast to pass us. So we got to go a little bit slower or not slower. We need to go a little bit faster on this road. But if all we're trying to do is practice good line of sight, good cornering, maybe we can find a slower road or the neighborhood. And I know a lot of you guys don't have that option. So if you're ever in this situation, just understand that cars are going to do this, but they're not doing it to be mean. But it also means we need to start practicing more and more and more and more. And then also think about time of day. Okay, so when are a lot of people not on the road? That you got to find out for your area. But for me, it's typically like Sunday on 10 a.m. when people are in church or people are sleeping in or doing yard work, and there's not a lot of drivers out on the road that morning. So that's typically for me where I would go and bring a new rider out, and then right around lunchtime we head home because all the people from church leave and they go get something to eat. People are now wanting to go to lunch, getting brunch. Maybe there's a football game, so now you got to watch out for drunk drivers coming home. So those are all those things that I look for when I'm out riding, and that's when I would take a new rider. And then once they get better and better and better, we can go anytime. Just wanted to share that because that was a teachable moment. Very good. All right, so this is going to be a crash with gravel. Woo!
Ooh.
Oof.
Woo. I should have thought about that.
All right. So this video right here is going to get copyright claimed by Viral Hog. They already tried to do that. I fought them. Boom. They had to release it. Yeah. Plus, this was all given to me through video submissions. So if you want to do so, I got the rights to do it. So boom. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So we're riding, and we're going to get to this point right here, and we want to pull off just like everybody else is because this is a beautiful view. I absolutely love it. Woo! Love the view. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to be moving forward. So we're going a little too fast before getting off on that. So I would slow down quite a bit more. Okay. And then as soon as I'm about to touch gravel, I'm going to release those brakes. Okay. And then I'm going to gently reapply it because I need to stop, obviously. But a little too fast. Here's a great video right here. So a little too fast. So let's watch the speed. And there's the traction loss. And that's what happened. So we're going to be riding, and we're going to have a traction loss. So when you switch from asphalt like this to gravel, which is going to happen a lot of times, you need to make sure you slow down as much as possible. I would say 80 to 90% of all the slowing you have to do it when you're still on the road, because that's going to give you that mechanical traction your tires absolutely love. Your tires are street tires. They're not meant for gravel. If you're on a dual sport, you don't listen to this. You're probably going to do whatever you want anyways. So, and you could probably get away with it too. But for those that are on regular bikes, street bikes, cruisers that have 100% road tires, do as much as you're slowing as possible prior to getting to gravel. And then when you get to gravel, make it an actual effort to keep your handlebars straight. Don't do crazy turns. So we're getting towards the edge and then turn. No. We're getting towards the edge, kind of go off, and then start to apply a little bit of front brake and rear brake at the same time. You can't see my right foot, but give it just a little bit while looking forward on the horizon, not the beautiful view that we're about to stop for. So look forward, brake, and then when you get off, you can look at the beautiful view. So slow it down as much as possible before transitioning to gravel so that this doesn't happen.
Ooh. Ooh.
So if you have full gear, hopefully you mitigated some of these problems. Guys, we got a beginner gear list in the description. Click that link. Grab something from Revzilla. Whew.
Woo.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have thought about that.
So that's what we're here for, baby. You're doing good. Thank you for sending it in. Click the link in the description to send your own videos. All right, so this one, we got a crazy truck driver and a bunch of riders. I do have some context in it. Oh, got clipped. And there's the massive impacts. That bike is completely totaled. I'm now concerned about my friend pulling over as quick as I possibly can, as safe as possible, getting ready, getting my trauma kit out, just in case. There you go. Don't run. Walk briskly. If you're out of breath, you're not gonna be able to do much. Adrenaline's gonna kick up, so your heart rate, your breathing rate's gonna get even higher. So you're gonna be hyperventilating a little bit.
Don't try to walk or anything, man. Are you good? Fuck. Does anything hurt? A lot hurts.
All right, so when we're getting closer and closer, just take a look at the damage. Okay, we got off the bike. We're getting off the bike. Okay, we got the road the bike in the roadway. We got pieces all over the ground.
Yo.
Okay, it looks like traffic is starting to slow down. I'm still concerned about the shoulder. Okay, this is the shoulder. I'm still concerned about traffic on the shoulder, but it looks like we have a vehicle blocking traffic for the shoulder, so very good. Love it. So if you're in a car and you witness something like this, if you want to, block traffic with your car. At least one lane. Do one lane. So park here to block anybody. Let's say we're going this way. So this is the person on the ground. If we have a car, block it right here. Maybe nose it that way. So if you do get hit, it'll start to roll into the road, not on top of you. Okay, we can talk more about that later. Anyways, moving up. So we got some stuff on the ground still. This is all fluid. That's why it's a different color. It's probably gasoline. All right, so how bad we saw our buddy. Like, he was tumbling, going crazy, and now he's sitting up on the concrete barrier. The fact that he was able to get up, walk over, sit down, means his legs were at least functional in that aspect, and he had the wherewithal to do that and then sit there, and now he's talking calmly to this person right here. So that gives me a lot of information. So he's probably got a patent airway. So I mean, the airway is still good right now. His breathing is good right now. His circulation is good right now. I keep saying that because it could always trend worse, but everything looks good right now. His structural stability looks good right now. You know, adrenaline could do some crazy things, keep you moving when your legs are broken. So many things.
Don't try to walk or anything, man.
So don't try to walk or anything, man. I don't know if this is the person that's saying that. So more than likely, he's calling 911. This one might be an EMS personnel. It could be just the DanDanTheFireman, subscriber, being a smart rider, smart driver, has bystander assistance training, which linked in the description, guys. All the resources I'm talking about. Learn how to rescue another rider or rescue another driver or whatever it is you want to do. So he's going to call 911. Hopefully he does. This is a cool thing, having a system. So grab yourself a Bluetooth system so you can talk still without having to remove the helmet. You see the damage. So he's got some damage there. Looks like he's got regular jeans. Maybe they're armored jeans. It looks a little bit like it's armored. Let's see. So look at his hands. Okay. It's like, oh man, those gloves didn't do a good job, man. They shredded. Oh, they shredded. No, the gloves did its job. They shredded. They don't last forever. They're not going to last forever in a crash. They shredded so your hands don't shred. Imagine if that was just no gloves. That's your flesh. So yeah, I'll go ahead and buy another set of $50 to $100 pair of gloves after a crash like this. Not a big deal. Instead of spending, I don't know how much time and money with opportunity cost because I can't work because my hand is ripped apart. So I'd rather spend $50 to $100 on a new set of gloves. Okay, so grab yourself some gear, guys. Grab yourself some gear. Links in the description for everything. This person's calling 911, it looks like. Very good. So at this point, you just kind of do your assessment. If he's talking, he's doing all these things, what hurts? He said everything hurts and he's joking around. That's a kind of a good thing. It's like, okay, from there, tell me, what's the one thing that you could think of that just hurts. And he's like, oh, my hand. Okay, well, then you look at his hand, it's like, it's not that bad. So it means the rest of his body's not that bad. So overall, this is a crazy, crazy video. But he did pretty good. Let's go ahead and watch it one more time, so you guys know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are just kind of joining, we're trying to get 250,000 subscribers. Let's do it. Click the subscription button. Click that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this, 310 people are watching this. If you're not subscribed, you better hit that subscribe button. It's a real possibility. Real possibility. Real possibility.
Yo. Get his bike.
Don't worry about the bike.
Don't try to walk or anything, man. Are you good? What? Does anything hurt? A lot hurts.
There it is. All right, so we're moving forward. Line of sight problem, left turner right there. Oh, got himself in a good position, adapted to a possible hazard. Didn't have to do anything crazy, but saw that there was something there. Oh, heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Exactly. Viral Hog, you doing it again, Viral Hog? Well, guess what? It ain't gonna work. I'll fight you again on this one. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I'll keep an eye on it. Last thing I need is it blocked and nobody can join up. All right, so what we have here is that we have another situation inside the town, okay? Inside the town, what we're going to do is we're going to want to go straight, right? So what we have is a line of sight problem. We can't see anything around those vehicles. So that's a big, scary situation. We know it's an intersection, so we should be in orange stage. Orange stage. We have a green light, so we're going to go, but that also means people can go and do this in front of us, which is a path of travel violation. We're going to possibly get hit. That's a no bueno situation. So we're going to go. So he already adapted. Do you see that? It's so subtle when you do it right. It's so subtle when you do it right. So right here, we're like, probably like right here. Okay? Now watch this. Now look how close. You know what? Let's go back a little bit. No, you can't see me, Viral Hog. All right. So this is the distance between that line. So when I talk about planning your route, position yourself for safety, this is what this rider's going to do. He's positioned himself for safety for the best line of sight as possible. He's not going to get the best one because of how the situation is. But then he's also going to find himself a better escape route, which is going to be off to the right here, and then good space cushion. So watch, look at, this is where he's at, and that's how far from the line. We're going to position ourselves for safety for a potential hazard of a left turner, so we're adapting to a potential hazard. Look at that. We just gave ourselves this much room. On this side. That's what we did. When we moved over, we gave ourselves this right here. This right here. Just that much could really play a huge difference with your vision and with how successful you are when it comes to a swerve. So that is what I'm talking about when it comes to, let's go back to that. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to positioning yourself for safety. Just those little things. I can see these things. A lot of people are like, well, that's just the normal way I ride. Great. I love it. Glad you're riding like that. Keep being a smart rider. So now we're going to move forward right here and found an escape path. He's in the bike lane for this left turner. Now this left turner hasn't turned yet. But we just positioned ourselves for safety because he was starting to turn. Now he applied the brakes. Great. So then what I did was, it looks kind of weird. I'd rather be like, whoa, it's kind of weird, than, oh, why am I in the hospital? Does that make sense? What the heck are you doing? There you are. You're in that corner. What are you doing over there at 249-892? You went up for, hey, what are you doing? All right. Whew. We got 100 more. heavier. It's 100 more. Position for safety, moved over. So if this car was still turning and this is the front of the car, so if this is the car now, we are in a position already for safety. Already in a position for safety. You see what I mean? And if they don't do it, it's not a big deal. You just get back into where you want to go. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. And then gets back in the lane. Let's watch that one more time so you guys know what I'm talking about. So let's do it. Let's go one more time. Let's go back. So right here, this is what I'm talking about. Position for safety. Didn't have to utilize any type of red stage maneuver, but just kind of did it anyways. Here we go. So moved over. Oh, see somebody. Red stage. Get back in. Non-issue. It would have been an issue if that car kept going, but set himself for success. Thank you for submitting this video. In an orangey red. Oh my gosh, 1 second. My headset keeps dying on me or something. Don't worry, I'm going to get a new one. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's do this. Oh, it's muted. There we go. So there's no audio on this part. But then we got audio right here. Red stage. There you go. Pedestrian. All right. All right, so right here, going through the intersection, not a big deal, right? We're riding on ride, not using a rock form mount. Come on, everybody. Grab yourself a rock form mount. You get 25% off if you click the link in the description. Let's get that going. I absolutely love it. It has a magnet on it. You can do pop socket adapters, all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Just get it. Come on now. All right, moving forward. We got sides of the vehicles right here, okay? We already know it's a pedestrian that's going to come out, but we have side of the vehicle. I want you guys to see these things, okay? Side of the vehicles. Now, this one's not going to be a big issue, but these ones right here, because of easy path of travel violations. So when it comes to side of the vehicle, what does that do? What does that do for you? It lets you know that there's an intersection coming up. So when you know there's an intersection coming up, or you see these patterns the side of the vehicle, you should be going into orange stage. Orange stage is going to allow you to be prepped and ready for situations like this, okay? So that means you're covering that brake, you're covering that clutch, you're covering the brake, your rear brake with your right foot. You're getting ready. Maybe you're rolling off the throttle a little bit. Not a big deal. Once you pass the intersection, you increase some throttle. Boom, you got it back to the speed limit. Nice, easy, so fun. You're on a motorcycle. On a motorcycle, okay? Hey. Yay. Oh, but how do you see this person right here? Very difficult. That's why you always have to be planning around. You got to adjust for things. You got to locate hazards. So an uncommon thing in a common situation, this person is walking in the crosswalk. Okay, they're not supposed to be doing that. Okay, if it was a red light for us, then that's probably when the crosswalk goes on for them. They're not going at the right time. This is a dangerous situation. Okay. Very dangerous situation. Also, I do notice he's got some really good gloves. He's probably got full gear. So he's a smart rider acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment. But we're also giving away $800 worth of RevZilla gift cards every month. Every month. You sign up. There's tier 0 through tier 4. Tier 1 through tier 4 gets my ebook for free. Guys, we're giving stuff away every month. We're going to keep increasing the amount of gift cards we give. We're going to increase merch. We're going to start giving merch with it. We're going to maybe make more ebooks so we can give it to you. Whew. Not a lot of people signed up, and we're halfway through November. So we're going to give something away first week of December, give something away first week of January, give something away first week of February. Come on, you guys understand. Sign up. Links in the description or link in the chat. Sign up. So uncommon thing, common situation. Great braking on this rider. We don't know what this person's doing. This is a good situation where you could honk the horn because there's no soundproofing unless they have headphones. So they can hopefully hear that horn. But you can definitely tell, this person now got our attention because we honked the horn. Okay, so we have to watch it. Hey, Rob, welcome. We got to watch out what we're doing. So we still got to set ourselves up for success. We also have to watch out for anybody behind us. Okay, if we're going to stop, we got to watch out because we don't want anybody hitting us. Okay, so if there's somebody behind you not paying attention, you go around them if you possibly can. Just like that. Not your emergency if they get hit. You can help them out with medical training, but it's not your emergency. Get yourself out of the situation. So now that you pass somebody, watch out for new hazards. Watch out for sides of the vehicles wanting to come out of here. Watch out for anybody wanting to do this. Watch out. You pass one thing, achievement unlocked, move on to the next. Uh-oh. What do you think is going to happen here? U-turn sign. That's a very long, sharp turn. Decreasing radius, possibly. There it is. Ooh! Wee. All right. So right away, I want you guys to see this. We have a rider up front, okay? We have a rider up front, so maybe we're in a group ride. I'm assuming. I don't know if these people know each other, okay? So let's say we're trying to catch up to them. That's one possibility. Maybe this person is nowhere near us and we don't know them. We're not trying to catch up to them. Okay, cool. That's also a possibility. But speed is a factor in one of those, which is hauling butt around corners to catch up, like a race. Don't do that. I'm going to assume he's not doing that. Perfectly fine. We have a sign right here, so it's dictating that it's going to be a sharp right, sharp left. It could be multiple sharp right, sharp lefts. It could be whatever. Anyways, it's a sharp something. Sharp turns. No huge problem. Mark, I don't know why I didn't say it, but glad to finally catch a stream. Thank you for promoting safe riding. You inspired me to get my license and my first bike this year, 2014 V-Star. Hopefully you're still in here. That was 35 minutes ago. Levant, hey Dan, found your channel a couple years back. Really glad to see how your channel has grown. Hope to see the growth continue to educate people. Thank you guys for the $5 donations. I really do appreciate it. Really do. If you want to donate, guys, click the link in the description. It goes straight up there, and you'll have your name scrolling across the top if you use that link. Super chats don't allow that for some reason. So it says 25. So now that's recommended. 25 sharp turns coming up. What should I do? Well, I know I can handle 25 pretty dang easy. I know I can. So that maybe I'll do 35. What am I doing right now? I don't know. Probably 50, 60. Okay, so maybe I should slow it down just a little bit. What's the speed limit? 45, 55? Okay, so let's go ahead and slow it down. It's saying I should slow it down for normal drivers, so maybe I should slow it down just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Okay, orange stage. Orange stage, guys. Orange stage when you see this. There's the slow. You can hear it. All right, so we can handle this. All right, cool. Okay, yeah, I feel confident. I handled this turn that said 25 at 57. Not a big deal. I'm never going to crash now. Now, I only said that not in terms of that's what this person is thinking. I want you guys to understand that is a complacency mindset. So I'm not saying he has this complacency mindset. What I'm saying is I don't want you to have that complacency mindset. I don't want you to think I made all these turns at 56, 57 miles an hour. I can make all the turns at 56, 57 miles an hour now. That's not the case. You made that turn at 56, 57. New turn has new problems. You don't know what you could do on this new turn coming up. So don't have that complacency mindset. Also, another cool thing is when you're passing these mile markers, just make a mental note just in case you crash. You're like, hey, I'm on mile marker 9 of this road. Then they know how to get resources to you if you crash. All right. So it's like, oh, well, the last one said 25. I did that at 57. I could do this at 57. No. Not quite. Not quite. It's a different turn. And it doesn't show it's a decreasing radius. It doesn't show what kind. It doesn't show any of these things. It does show, though, it's not a 90-degree turn. It's a 180. So you're going to have to set up for a 180 turn a little differently than a 90-degree turn. So slow it down a little bit because you're going to have to go around this turn. And then when your nose is finally after 179 degrees, you can start to accelerate a little bit more because your nose is now pointed where it needs to go. So be very aware of those situations. Slow it down. So it shows barely. It says 53. I'm all blocking the thing. 53 miles an hour. There we go. That's a little bit easier. 52 miles an hour. So 52, we're going to go ahead and maintain it. Now, in a typical 90-degree turn, this is like the exit right here. That's like the exit. Okay? Well, the exit isn't there. It's not, it's going to keep going. You see that right there? Look at how he went in and he has to adjust. It went in, it has to adjust. Adjust. Had to adjust again, started going out. Started to go out because we were. Look how close we are. Okay, so look how close we are. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now watch how it's going to adjust. And I'm not saying he has to have a perfect line. It has to maintain this. Well, I want you guys to see that he starts to go wide. So he's like, oh crap, I got to adjust even more and turn harder in. So I don't want you guys having the mindset of I'm going fast and I'm starting to go wide. I got to turn harder. You're going wide because you're going too fast. Now, that's most of the time. Sometimes you're literally not turning. It's like, come on, man, turn. But a lot of times you're going too fast. Going way too fast. So, damn, I didn't want to do that. There we go. So let's watch. Look how wide we went. Look how far we are from the line now. Look how far we are from the line. And the corner's still going. The corner's still going. So now we're at this point, we're going 50 still going 50. And now it's like, man, I got to make it. Like I got to turn harder. You could also gently roll off the throttle just a little bit. Maybe set yourself up a little bit better with slow look, press and roll. Maybe do a little trail braking if you had an advanced class. But what we're doing here is we're just going to turn harder. Like it's going to be not a big deal. Now, if we have great tires, and we haven't even utilized close to 80% of these tires yet, then yeah, maybe. But we probably have the stock tires or the cheapest tires we possibly can afford, and we're putting them on bikes thinking that they're going to hold up like they're race tires. Okay, they're not. They're not. Okay, there's different compounds, different things. You know, you can't just keep pushing it. Okay, your bike and your tires are meant for a certain thing, for the road. We're not supposed to be racing. So there's that low side. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. And Michael Steinhauser, I'm usually working when you stream. Glad to be here, brother. Glad that you are here. Thank you so much for the donation. So now we're going to low side. So out on a track, not a big deal. You low side, you keep traveling until you stop. You know, usually a big runoff, especially on turns. You also don't have traffic on a track. So, okay, we do here. And okay, let's see what happens. Well, it looks like we're going right into this Nissan. Okay, the bike's going to hit first, but we're still sliding. And we're about to go underneath the tire. We just got flipped up. Oh, that's definitely not the ground. That's paint. And there's the backside of the vehicle. So we just bounced off the vehicle. So you wouldn't have any of this out on a track. So if you want to test your limits, please do so, but do it on a track. And the reason why I say do it on a track is not for me. You could do it all you want. You're job security for firefighters, EMTs. What I'm trying to say is I want you to be safe. Push your limits at a track. Practice, practice, practice. At a track. Okay, let's not push limits here out on the road because you have possibility of injuring yourself, killing yourself, and then now on top of it, injuring and killing somebody else. And you don't want to live with that. Google moderator team. What the heck? All right. So right here. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and watch it. We're in traffic. Blinkers. Big hazard. They honk back. All right, so let's go back to that one. Yeah, Rob Earth, I don't know. And it says deleted by Google moderator team. I've never seen that before. Hey, Google, YouTube, are you in the stream? Subscribe. So we're moving forward. So we got a green light. So remember intersections, orange stage. We should be in orange stage, right? We also should be in orange stage because we have plenty of traffic. And you see the shadow right here where my head is? You see the shadow right here? And you can also kind of see the car right there. You can see it. That means we're side by side. We're side by side from a vehicle. Got to be very careful. Very careful. Because we could possibly get hit by that vehicle. Speed limit challenger with a 20. Just a reminder that everyone should join the DDFM Discord. It's free. Also, Scarlett is running low on salt. Thank you guys so much. All right, so we're in the blind spot. Be very careful with that. So that's what he's looking at. Very good. That's what he's looking at. Or the motorcycle rider is looking at this potential threat. Okay, very good. So keep an eye on this positioning. Remember, you orient yourself. You're observing, orient, deciding, and acting. But I like to use the planning method. We're positioning ourselves for safety, locating a hazard, adapting to that hazard if by moving over a little bit if we had to, and then navigating around a threat, which is going to come up pretty soon. Okay, threats are different than hazards. Okay, so we have brake lights, and then we also have an indicator on this light. Okay, this is a vehicle that wants to merge. As soon as we see that, we have two options, really, especially with this amount of traffic. We could speed up to close the gap between this vehicle and us. If I was going to do that, I would move over to the right to allow this person to see me a little bit better. The other option is to decelerate with the anticipation this person wants to come in and go. So when we decelerate, we increase our space cushion to allow that vehicle in. More than likely, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow that vehicle to come in because it's a lot easier to now navigate those situations. Because if you decelerate, the person behind you is going to decelerate too. And when you decelerate, this person has a better chance of getting in, and they're going to get in anyways. They're going to try to anyways. If they decide not to, based off of the space cushion you do allow them to have with that deceleration, then that's fine. They'll get in later after you. And then if they don't get in when you give them the opportunity, you go ahead and go. But overall, it almost benefits every situation you're going to be in by just decelerating and anticipating potential reasons for somebody to come in. Anticipation, awareness. Awareness buys you time. Time buys you options. Active self-protection. I absolutely love his channel. Very good, very smart way of riding your motorcycle. Smart rider, guys. Seek out. Yeah, you guys already know it. It's on the screen somewhere, probably. All right, let's move. So in this situation now, this is that navigation of a threat. This is a red stage, okay? So this person, their tires broke that line, okay? So what do we do? Ah, crap, what do we do? We only have a couple options. We can't swerve right. That's a no bueno situation. Swerving left, maybe, but we'll talk about that a little bit. Accelerating, yes, you could do that too. Decelerating, if you decelerate enough right now, maybe they can get in because they're going to accelerate a little bit to try to get in, but then they're kind of blocked and you might have some issues there. So really, the only situations you have are these. So let's talk about the swerving to the left because the person's accelerating got himself out of that situation. Acceleration is an escape path. So if we're going to swerve to the left, we don't want to do this because there's a vehicle right into where my head is, and we're going to cut them off, possibly hit them. And then who knows if this person's going to brake, and then boom, we hit them. So, man, that's a no bueno either. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, if we're going to swerve left, aim for these lines. Aim for this line. You know, they got another one right here. Swerve into a lane filtering position. Because once now you're here, let's say you're here now. Now what is your choices? Acceleration, deceleration. You're in a lane splitting position. So now you have two options again for escape paths. You have great vision because you can see down all these vehicles. If you had to, you can accelerate. If you have to, decelerate and then get back into a lane. Hey, it's a screwed up situation. If a cop shows up and says, hey, why did you act recklessly? Why did you lane filter? Just remember, that's what the cop saw. What you can explain to them is that somebody pulled out in front of me. I have it on my GoPro. I could show you what happened, but I found an escape path. I went into the situation. As soon as it was safe to do so, I went back into a lane. I know you're not supposed to lane filter or lane split in this city, this town, this state. I understand that, but I had to do something or I was going to get hit. And that's it. Be open, honest about that kind of stuff. Because that's exactly what happens. And cops, they're gonna try to get you for the ticket, but then when you explain it to them in a very nice and safe way, and like you're being honest, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, you're not a troublemaker. You're one of the good motorcyclists. You're one of the smart riders. Hey, do you watch DanDanTheFireman on YouTube? You should subscribe. Click that link. 249,913. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Almost 250,000 subscribers, guys. Let's do it. Woo! You can go ahead and honk afterwards. I don't care. Lots of intersections, lots of cars, red brake lights, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights. You see the brakes? Oh, I was wrong. Those are running lights. Let's start that over. Let's start that over, Dan. Damn it, Matt. All right, so lots of cars. Orange stage, definitely. Bad vision. See how you can't see around? Position yourself a little bit better. Now brake. And brake lights again. Whoa! What is that? Who does that? It's obviously Suzuki. Good job. Good job. Let them know. Let them know what's up. And that's it. There's no punching of mirrors in that situation. No punching of mirrors in that situation. Damn, look how close we were. Damn. How you guys doing? Dude, I need coffee stacks. Hey, rookie. Yeah. He heard me. He already heard me. Scarlett, can you make sure? Send another rookie with them. They can't go alone. They don't know how to operate the machineries. That's right. I said machineries. All right, so we're moving forward. Moving forward. All right, so this is what I'm talking about when it comes to positioning yourself for safety, okay? Always position yourself for the best vision first. You don't see anything around this vehicle. And that's very bad. If you position yourself for safety, this is super cool though. It's a very good camera mount, very good everything because we're right in center of the lane position 2. We can't see anything around this vehicle, okay? So this right here is our total stopping distance for us in lane position 2 with bad vision. This is as most as we can see. If we were over here in lane position 3, right where, or I'm sorry, 1, right where I'm at right there, our vision keeps going. We're over here in lane position 3. Our vision keeps going. And that line is also our total stopping distance. So now we have great vision in lane position 1 and 3. There you go. Lane position 3 and 1. We have great stopping distance. So if that's going to be the case, why don't we move over? Position ourselves, adapt to hazards. Having low vision is a hazard for me, so I'm going to adapt to it by moving. So I'm constantly locating, adapting, positioning. I'm doing whatever it is I need to do to get around all these things. And then, if the person scoots over to lane position 1, I'm going to move over to lane position 3. And then they keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to dance on the bike, baby. I don't care. I'm on a motorcycle. They're in a car. So with that bad vision, we don't know why this person wants to stop. So there's that first brake light. Now it's like, what do we do? And he's going to do a great job. He's going to apply some brake pressure, decelerate and everything. But one of the things that I want you guys to understand is if you're in lane position 3, you could see around why they're stopping. Now in this video, there's no reason for them to stop. Supposedly this person was looking at their phone, so they might have missed their turn and decided to stop in the middle of the road, which is stupid. But the thing is, if we're in lane position 3, we could see, but if they did slam those brakes and we didn't have the greatest reaction time, or no, I'm sorry, even the greatest perception, greatest reaction, and our skills in braking distance isn't even that good, which equals total stopping distance. Boom, that's the equation. If it wasn't that great, then lane position 3 would afford us more total stopping distance because we would and lane position 1, because we would just keep kind of going. We'd ride that line versus having to stop here. So that's why I say position yourself for safety. Now, let's say you have the best fundamental skills of braking and you have the best perception because your situational awareness is amazing. Do you still want to leave it up to chance and try to stop when you're right behind a vehicle like this? Probably not. So still set yourself up for success just in case you have a lapse in judgment, just in case you're thinking about why your boss, pissed you off and you're on your way to work and you don't want to be going to work. You'd rather stay home, play Call of Duty Black Ops. I mean, there's all these different things you would rather do, right? So you're not thinking. So if you're not thinking, you're not aware, you're not situationally aware, and all of a sudden something bad happens and you react way too quickly and you're like, man, I should have been thinking that I'm way better than this. So always set yourself up for success by moving into the best vision, best escape paths, best space cushions. And that means moving from lane position 1 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1, all over the place, switching to completely different lanes, stressed out solutions. Welcome, baby. You're a rookie. Go ahead and grab me some coffee. Just kidding. Somebody else is already getting it. Have a good time in the firehouse. That is what I would be worried about right here. Making sure I had the best of everything possible. So there's the brake. Good thing he's got a very fancy bike. ABS might be kicking in. I don't know, but you could still grab like that, but it's only grabbing 10% of brake, right? So now squeeze, progressive brake pressure. So you don't grab and try to grab it all. You can grab a little bit and then squeeze. So very good. So we assume that this driver will now keep going, right? So in this situation, you can keep squeezing until you stop, or start looking for a better lane, okay? But this person did a great job. So you see how we went up and over almost? That's a scary situation. And one of the things that we got to watch out for, I didn't notice it when I first saw this video, is we got somebody else behind us. There we go. We got somebody else behind us. So that's a very scary situation to get hit from the back and get sandwiched between these two cars. It kills a lot of motorcyclists that way. Okay, so if we're positioning ourselves here and we're like, oh crap, we couldn't stop in time, we're like, bloop, found an escape path. And then this car, stupid Suzuki, got hit in the back while we were like, whoop, going that way. So always position yourself for safety. And I bring this over from firefighting, is that we always stayed to the sides. We never got behind the bumpers on a car fire, on a car accident, or nothing. Because some of these bumpers have pressurized systems in it to where they could just go boom, pop out and hit you and take your knees out. So always watch out. Subscribe, guys. We're almost at 250,000 subscribers. Click that subscribe button. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let's go back. All right. Lots of traffic, but not a big deal. Side of the vehicle right there. My only concern. Whoa, the braking. You see the choppiness?
Fucking hell.
So good. It's like almost like the brake. Like the brake was, or not the brake, but the horn is attached to the brake. Let's watch that one more time. He's aware.
Fucking hell.
Hey, Gurjot Singh. Hopefully I said that right. Love your videos. Can't wait to apply this knowledge when I get my bike. Hey, you can apply it while riding a bicycle. You can apply it while driving your car. You can apply it before you even get close to a motorcycle. Okay, so smart rider principles. It could be smart driver principles. Seek out situational hazards. Maintain fundamental skills. You still know how to drive, right? Acquire and utilize personal protective equipment while in a car. Put the seatbelt on. Okay. Rescue other riders. We'll start practicing your medical training. Get that thing in the trunk or on a separate car or a separate seat in your car. Have your trauma kit just in case somebody crashes. Boom, you can help them out. Teach a mentor. There, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So yeah, you can use the smart rider principles anywhere. That's what I love about it. All right, so we're moving forward. So I want you to see, as soon as he perceives that there's a car there, and you can kind of already see it right now. You got that side of the vehicle, okay? Possible path of travel, not a big deal right now, but I'm gonna start going into orange stage because I've been driving and riding in this beautiful greenery, and now all of a sudden we're going into an area where there's buildings. Well, in order for people to get to these buildings, they're gonna drive there, right? Or there's pedestrians, possible path of travel. Let's just go into orange stage. Let's slow it down a little bit, right? So we're moving forward right here. Watch his finger. There it is. He's prepped and ready. He saw it. That is a very easy way for me to see that they perceived something. Okay, they perceived a threat and hazard. So as soon as you feel like you have to apply that horn, you should be in orange stage. You should be in orange stage. That feeling of, hey, there's somebody there, boom. Instead of horn, think orange stage, and then maybe horn too. But get ready. So get those brakes ready. Get ready to progressive brake pressure. Get ready to roll up the throttle if you had to. So this is what I want you guys to see. Let's watch it a little bit right here. Every time he hits the horn, he applies the brakes. So why? Why? So in an emergency situation where you're kind of caught off guard, when you kind of see something happening, but you're kind of caught off guard with the fundamental skills. Okay, smart rider principles, seek out and recognize hazardous situations. Great job. Great job. Fundamental skills, maybe a little bit lower than we kind of want. And that's the beauty of having this close call, is that we get to see, oh, maybe I'm in that same position. Maybe I should practice my braking. My situational awareness is great from watching these videos all the time, but I haven't been to a parking lot in like 3 months, and I haven't ridden in like a month. So maybe I should go to a parking lot and practice. Motorcycle Training Concepts, second channel. Hey, yeah, segue. Anyways, that is possibly what's happening here, is that I see the hazard, but now when I press, I squeeze at the same time. So we're kind of out of sync. We're kind of not focused on what we should be doing, is that progressive brake pressure. We're not thinking about it. We're just kind of going into this emergency mode. This is a brown stage. It really is. This is a brown stage because we're not applying what we should be applying the right way. So this is a brown stage, but it's not a bad one. The bad ones are smashing it and dumping the bike. This is like a brown stage close call. This was slight panic. So too quick. But here's the thing. If he just grabbed it that first time and then kept squeezing it, dumps the bike. So you hear the skidding of the tires. Yeah, possibly bad brakes too, Rob. Exactly. Possibly bad brakes. Don't say oof in the chat. You know what happens. Possibly bad brakes. So this could be also a reason why you should check out your bike too. You know, maybe he has great, who knows? Maybe it's amazing fundamental skills. Just the brakes were bad. So in this situation, oh man, I should check my brakes. Yeah, that could easily be it. Multiple factors. So I would do both. I'll check my brakes and go to train. You know what I mean? So right here, it's like, okay, so he's still possible hazard. Keep your hands on the handlebars in this situation. Go around and then just kind of like, what's up? But overall, hey, if you get away from it, if you're able to perceive it, that is a strength you have. If you're braking and skidding and you don't know why, because you have good progressive brake pressure, it could be your bike. Or you do that and you're like, man, I was kind of, there's a wake up call. I should go practice, and then that should be it. You know, all these different things could come into play, and that's the point of an after action review is you find out what you could do better for the next time. And the goal is to always have a next time. So that's what we do here on this channel is we watch these videos so we don't have to have a close call or crash. So the next time we just literally get up from here and we decide to go for a ride, we can still have this knowledge of this right here so we can prevent it for ourselves. Love this. Love doing this for you guys. Love it.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Oh yeah, this was a new rider. This is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. I see 270 people in here. 270 people in here. If 76 of you are not subscribed, do so. We'll hit 250 right now. Do so. If you're not subscribed, just click it. Just click it. Woo! Also, if you're already subscribed, let me know where you're from. Because we did at the beginning, we had a lot of people from all over the world. I want to know where you're from. So write in the chat where you're from. Getting a little hot in here. Get a little sweaty. All right.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so this is a 300. So I actually got, when I make these videos as highlights, I will be putting, I will be putting what they said in the description, or at least the first comment. So thank you for everybody that has sent in their videos and then wrote some context so I can at least share that with others. Okay? So I appreciate that. Really do. Woo, look at all those. Woo, baby. Yeah. So this is a 300 and it's going 128 kilometers per hour. So somebody in the chat, write the math on that one. All right? 130. Look at full pin. Fully. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Not using a rock form mount. Please use a rock form mount. Use the code or the link, I'm sorry, in the description. You're going to get 25% off automatically. They just came out with a bunch of new things for sport bikes. They just came out with a bunch of new things for regular cruisers. I love their G-Rock, which is the Bluetooth speaker. Dallas, Texas, Toronto, Holland, Bosnia, Australia. Woo! 80 miles per hour. So do you think 80 miles per hour is good here? Probably not. I don't know what the speed limit is. All right, so we were going in an area that's not that big of a deal, right? It was pretty fun. We could probably get away with going that speed. But now look where we're at. So this is where you need to modulate your speed. You need to modulate what you're doing for the conditions involved. Okay, 80 miles an hour on the highway. Hey, 80 miles isn't that bad. It's actually what you probably should be doing. You know, out here, 75, let's go 80. Not a big deal. Okay, now let's translate that 80 miles an hour to this road. Oh, ooh, no. So don't do that. Oh, don't do that. So because right here, we have a blind turn. This is all we have to work with right here. That's all we have to work with. I almost like choked on my own. Yeah. That's all we have to work with. So we need to be able to slow down in this amount of time. And also we have a potential hazard right here. How come we're getting closer to that hazard? They're probably slowing it down just a little bit. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Hey, the car got bigger because we're getting closer. It's a lot like this. Look how close you are to me. Can't see me very well, can you? Now, if you go ahead and decelerate and you go ahead and increase your space cushion, you can see around me, right? And look how small I got. Look at how small the finger got. So if you're catching up to somebody, let's say you and I, you're the camera, and I'm right here, and all of a sudden I slow down, but you keep accelerating. When you see something like this, where my finger or that car gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, that means you're getting closer. So from back here, if you see it starting to get bigger, this is when you should start rolling off the throttle, maybe decelerating a little bit so that you can increase it. Not when you get to here Now we have to do an emergency maneuver. That's a bad thing to do at 80 miles an hour, right? In the middle of a turn. So why is this person turning? Who knows? They want to, though. That's an intersection. We couldn't see that around that blind turn, could we? Yep. We couldn't see it around that blind curve. So that's why we need to be able to slow down and stop. Because who knows? Who knows? Maybe there was a car here waiting to turn left because there's a bunch of cars going this way, right? And all we saw was this. What if there's a car already stopped over there? Wherever that is. And we're just going to assume we can go 80 around this corner? No, couldn't. So you need to be very careful when it comes to blind corners. And don't worry that you're not going to have a fun time doing the speed limit around a corner or being a little extra careful and maybe doing 5 under. You're going to have a great time no matter what. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a better time than this rider is going to have for the next couple months. That's shoulder, impact, everything. Thankfully, he's able to stand up and get going. It's a brand new bike, too. It's a brand new bike. It's a 300. You can have a ton of fun on it. So those of you that say you can't do 80 on a 300, guess what? He did 80 on a 300. It collided at 80 miles an hour. It was an angular hit. So he was able to not exactly T-bone. He got kind of pushed off to the side. Still very, very painful, high mechanism of injury. But that's why you guys need to have gear. We're giving away a bunch of motorcycle gear, guys. A bunch. Okay, if you already have gear, these are Revzilla gift cards, so you can buy stuff for your bike. You can buy upgrades, maybe upgrade your headlight, maybe upgrade your brakes, maybe, get a better helmet, maybe actually replace those gloves that you haven't replaced in 2 years. Click the link in the chat. Click the link in the description. And we are giving away gear. $800 worth of Revzilla gift cards every single month. If you sign up for tier 1 to tier 4, you get my ebook for free. My beginner's guide to motorcycle riding for free. So it's actually $18.50 on my store. $15 is tier 1. You get entered to win, and you get my ebook for even more of a discount. Sounds like a good deal. Just saying. 3 winners. There's going to be 3 winners. All right, what do you think is going to happen here? A little too fast. There's that U-turn. Oh, commit. Got it. Yep, good job. Well, that was crazy. Yeah, I was trying to see if you guys would figure out I was going to see if you guys could see if he was going to do a low side. So remember that crash from earlier? Let's see if I can find it. So remember this crash? So on this crash, you have that signage once again, okay? So at this one, he just maintained his speed, right? He just maintained his speed, but then low-sided because he kept trying to turn in harder. He tried to turn in harder right here. Dumps it. So loss of traction on that one into the car. With this one, we're coming up to the on-ramp. We also have that turn. It says 25 miles an hour, right? We also have that. So what's the difference between this crash or this crash, this close call versus that other crash? What's the difference? That's it. Decelerated in the corner and understood going too fast. Understood I have to make the corner. Committed to the corner, but reduce some speed because speed takes acceleration takes traction from your tire. You get 100% traction on your tire. Let's say this acceleration took 50%. So now you only got 50% left for turning and braking, or you're going to dump it. Can't overfill it. So he's going. He's like, oh crap, I got to give it 70% turning now. So I got to take away from that 50%. So I'm going to decelerate and take away 20% acceleration so I can do 60 to 70% turning and maintain the turn. You can't do 50 and be like, well, I'm going to add more turning. You can't. So that's what, 120% out of 100%. You can't do it. You're going to low side. You're going to lose traction. You can't overfill it. So here he's like, oh, crap. And still try to do the turn, was able to get through it, and then go ahead and accelerate through. There it is. So let's watch it. So acceleration. Oh crap. Decelerate. Accelerate to get out of the turn. One more time. Lots of it. Oh crap. Decelerate, decelerate, decelerate. Accelerate back out of it. Much different than just accelerating throughout the whole turn and just saying, well, I'm just going to give it more cornering. That doesn't work. You have to do something, whether the deceleration is from the throttle or he trail braked. I can't see his hands. Maybe he was trail braking. Maybe he did slow press and roll, just did it late. So that's the thing is, you got to get these advanced classes. You got to refresh your fundamental skills. Okay? If your fundamental skills are amazing, go take an advanced class. If they're not amazing, make sure you have them amazing. And then maintain those fundamental skills. Okay? Smart rider maintains fundamental skills. It's not, yeah. Come on, maintain. Good job. Oh, just kidding. No. Needs a rock form mount. Needs a rock form mount. Click that link in the description. Instant discount, 25%. Just saying. Love mine. You're going to love yours. Oh, but it's for a sport bike. They just got their sport bike stem mounts. Just saying. They just got them. Grab yourself one. Woo! All right. Nighttime, low visibility. Oh. Good braking. Why did they stop? Very good, very good. For guys, they have universal adapters. They're actually cheap. Rock form universal adapter. There it is. You can attach it to any phone case. You can attach it to any phone case. The universal adapter. It's this. If you want the case, go ahead and have you can get the case, but you don't need the case. If you have a case you like, you can slap on this universal adapter. $20. It's actually cheaper than a case. So if you already have a case, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're riding. We have this vehicle right here. Now, what do we talk about all the time? Lane positioning. Lane positioning. We're in this spot. We can't see around the corner or around the car. We don't know why this person's stopping because we have bad vision, bad stopping distance. We have good escape paths, but I like to look for vision. There you go. I had to think about it. So I'd be in lane position 1 or lane position 3, so I could see around these vehicles. I could also swerve right. I could swerve left, but those are the things that I would be doing in this situation. Nighttime really messes with your vision. People can't see you. You can't see them. But I would not be riding right behind a vehicle because I have to, at this point, stop in this distance. If I was over here, if I didn't stop and I stopped like up here, well, I'm not going to hit the car. I'm on the shoulder. If I'm over here and I can't stop in time because my total stopping distance isn't good enough, well, I lane split. If I can't stop in time with this, I hit. So set yourself up for success. Maintain a good space cushion. You notice how he's not right up on them. He slowed down, accelerated, slow down, accelerated. In that situation, move over anyways. There you go. And that's what I wanted to point out. So when I'm riding, let's go ahead and do this a little bit more. When I'm riding or driving my car, come on. I think you guys saw what I saw. Write in the chat if you saw what I saw. All right. This is what I saw. This is what I saw. So I'm riding behind somebody or I'm driving behind somebody and I could see through their back window, through their windshield to the person in front of me. So right here, right there, third brake light. I think this light came through the windshield from the car in front. I think that came through the windshield. So if you are going to be stuck behind another car and you can't maneuver to get the best line of sight so you can see the car in front of the car that you're riding behind, look for that. Look for that. Use what you got. Look through the back window and the windshield of the car in front of you. So when they apply the brakes, look at the car in front of us hasn't applied the brakes yet. What can you do right now? Since you witnessed it, you're the better rider. You're the better driver. You are situationally aware. You have great perception. Don't trust that this driver will. So since you have amazing perception and reaction time, follow what the person in front is doing. So give yourself more. So it's, in reality, what's happening is that you are looking 4 to 10 seconds ahead and reacting to 4 to 10 seconds ahead versus being stuck behind this car and having to react within 2 seconds. React to that car way over there. There we go. React to that car. And how's the best way to do that? Being off to the sides, because then you could see around the car in front of you. But if you're stuck behind a car, this is what I would do. So like in crazy downtown traffic, this might be what you have to do. Now they apply the brakes. So let's take a look at that. One motorcycle, two motorcycle. 2 seconds. It took this car 2 seconds to react to the car in front. I reacted 2 seconds ago. Maybe I reacted the exact same time. So now let's say we have 2 seconds to react to this car. So that's a total of 4 seconds from the potential hazard. So react when you're back there. React when you're back there. Not right now. Not in 2 seconds. Now we react. I would have reacted way before this. And this is why somebody stops, somebody behind them stops, but barely makes it. Somebody behind them stops, barely makes it. Somebody behind them, boom. Somebody behind them, boom. Somebody behind them, boom. That's exactly why it happens. Nobody looks far enough ahead. Now imagine, this is how close we are to this car. Imagine the car behind you following the same speed, same everything. How close do you think they're going to be? Same person. So we're riding on the interstate. Got this merger. Great job. Whoa. That was the last video? Interesting. Guys, we're not at 2. If you're not subscribed yet, don't you want to see it happen live on stream? I'm just saying. 250,000. That's 250,000 people. Yeah. With stabilized lenses? What do you mean by that? Serial? Or Cyril? Sorry. All right, so right here, we're riding. We're having a good time. No issues right now. We're in yellow stage, just kind of zoned in. Not zoned out. White stage is zoned out. We're just zoned in, having a good time. We're doing interstate speeds. Not a big deal. You see how we started getting closer and closer. And now we're like in the blind spot. So this is where you need to orient yourself pretty well, and this is where you need to kind of realize, okay, my speed, their speed's kind of the same, but now we're just kind of getting closer and closer. And then also this person decided to switch lanes. You see the slash marks, the lines. Switch lanes. So they're going to be in this lane. Okay, cool. Not a big deal, right? Oh, they picked a lane. So this is where you have to look even more ahead. Right? What do we see way ahead? See a bus. You think anybody wants to be behind a bus, right? You see they want to be behind a bus? No, you don't want to. You don't want to do that. Sarah, I think they might have something new out for that. I've never had that issue. I know some people have had that issue with different bike mounts, but I never had that issue. But I think they have something out right now. Or I could ask. But anyways, so we're right here. We have a bus. Nobody wants to be behind a bus. So as soon as you see that, you're like, I'm going to put 2 and 2 together. I'm playing 4D chess here. I'm not just playing checkers. I'm not just going to negotiate or navigate this hazard or threat. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that, there's something else going to happen. So I'm going to position myself right now. Okay, I'm setting myself up for success. So what I would do in this situation is just decelerate just a little bit because I know this person's going to want to go, or I'm going to accelerate to find my spot and take it. Only if it's safe. Now, in this situation, accelerating to take your spot is not that great because you do have this car here, so you're going to close your space cushion, which is not good. So if there was no car there, I would accelerate. But in this situation, what I'm going to do is decelerate. I'm going to decelerate just a little bit and be like, hey, whenever you make your decision, are you making it now? I don't know. You keep going all over the place. I'll wait until you find a lane you like, and then I'll go ahead and do something. And it's all based on the fact that we are at the bottom of the totem pole. Okay? That's really what it is when it comes to survivability. Okay, so now we're in blind spot mode. Okay, blind spot mode. Okay, so right here, no good. Our lane is moving quicker than this bus. Nobody likes to be behind a bus because they can't see. People like this, people anywhere that drive like to see. So more than likely he's going to switch over. It's at nighttime, so probably couldn't see us. It looks like we have, I don't know if this is raindrops, it's the reflections, refracting light. So if it's raining, possibly they can't see because of the rain. So you just kind of have to watch out. You have to watch out for this. This is that huge pattern, all these different factors. This person's going to come over because they don't want to be behind a bus. Okay, so just go ahead and decelerate, let them in, or wait until they make a decision. If they stay there and they're like, okay, they stood there for like 2 seconds, well, then I'm going to go ahead and accelerate and get out of here. Either way, you don't want to be side by side or a blind spot. You want to stay as staggered as possible. So he accelerated. Now, also remember that this is, if you have a low CC bike, you can only do so much at this higher speed. So maybe decelerating might be better for you. If you have a very powerful bike, maybe accelerating is no problem. So always think of what you can and can't do based off of what you can do with your bike, what your bike can do at these speeds, what's your braking abilities, all these different things. What I want to point out is that we are now on the small shoulder, found an escape path, did what you needed to do, honked the horn, but still navigated into that escape path. That's what I care about. You can honk your horn all you want as long as you do what you need to do to get yourself out of that situation. If all you did was honk the horn, you'd have gotten hit. Horn didn't do anything. Horn didn't save your life. Moving over into an escape path saved your life. Go ahead and honk the horn because you saved your life. The horn is useless as an emergency tool. The horn is useful to grab somebody's attention. They're two different things. But yeah. Guys, 249,937, almost 250,000 subscribers. Probably going to have it when this becomes a highlight. But we're also giving away gear. Make sure you sign up. $800 worth of RevZilla gift cards every single month. Great job. We're back at the beginning. I do have a 99 Lives video, which I will watch later, but I think we're kind of close to the end. I don't know what to do. We didn't hit 250. Should we keep going until we hit 250? Let me know, chat. Should we keep going? How you guys doing? Dan, can you explain how I can recognize if I'm in a blind spot in a car? If you're off to the side, like it's almost staggered, but you're still, it's kind of hard to describe with my hands. If you're here, you're staggered. So if they swerve, it's like a car or a motorcycle group ride. But if you're like like this. Yeah. So if you're like this, somebody screenshot this. Yeah. So if you're like this, you're in the blind spot. If you're like this, you're side by side. Blind spot. This is you. Blind spot. Because they can't, their mirrors go this. I should just take a picture. What's a blind spot example? I'm all trying. All right. No, I didn't want to do that. Open image in new tab. All right. Actually, this is a better one. Maybe it's better. This is the blind spot. Okay, so the rear mirrors can only see that. Okay, and then when this car gets to like right here, then the line of sight of the driver can see it. But right now, this driver can only see half of this car, but this car is invisible. If they don't do a head check, if they don't do this and look. So I don't trust that drivers will look, so I go off of these blind spots. So I don't hang out right here. I don't hang out right here either. I am further down, or I make sure I go up so I'm at least like right here. So they hopefully can see me. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, basically that. Woo! Larissa. Thank you for the donation. Michael, let's go! Thank you for the super sticker. Are you the #1 fan? Are you? I'm trying to kill some time. Hey guys, before we start on this right here, I gotta go tinkle. Okay? I gotta go tinkle. All right? I'll see you guys real soon. Wait, are you telling me you guys could hear it? I took a little tinkles. All right, so are we gonna keep going? We got 57, no, 57, right? No, yeah, 57 more subscribers until we hit 250,000. So we're gonna go over this 99 lives. This is 99 lives. Oh, I didn't wash my hands. Rookies. What? No? All right. It's gonna get all the keyboard. 99 lives. Good stuff, man. 121,000 subscribers. Good job. Good job. He's just blowing up. All right, let's do it. That's loud. Woo! That's loud.
God.
Whoa.
Doesn't matter. You're coming out. I'm on the road. This is my turn. You're coming from a parking lot.
I think we already did this video. Well, let's go ahead and do it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and turn left. We're turning left. There it is. What's that uncommon thing? Right there. So if you see that while you're in the middle of a turn, you're already looking that way, right? So if you see something like that, it's like, okay, this person's turning out of this area. You start going through this whole process in your head, turning out of this area. They don't want to stay there because they don't want to get hit. So they're going to just go into an open spot, which they already planned on doing, which is our lane and our path to travel. So we're going to collide right here. So you start to see this. And so what you could do is maybe start taking this turn a little bit slower. Just go ahead and roll off the throttle a little bit, kind of anticipate this person's coming out. And then when you get to like right here, you can accelerate if you wanted to. Now, if you didn't see that like this, now you see it. Let's say now you see it. So instead of accelerating through the turn, instead of accelerating through all that stuff, what you can do is just roll off the throttle. You expecting some life-changing skill and tip? No, just roll off the throttle. This person does not want to be here. This person's going to accelerate through. Person's gonna accelerate through. You know, and while we're doing this, let's go ahead and turn off. That's a great thing. Let's go ahead and turn that off so you guys can see who the actual people are. Tube Socks Malone. Hey, yeah. I like that he does that. So the rev bomb is not what saved his life. Okay, so we're turning, we're gonna turn. So right here, we're in this spot. Okay, we're right here. Okay. We have this person right here, we noticed them. So what's going to save this person is swerving a little bit to the right, maintaining the road, right? And then he rev bombs. Okay, the rev bomb doesn't do anything. The rev bomb is for you. Really, at the end of the day, it's for you. But I'm going to tell you it's a waste of movement because now you pulled in the clutch, you remove power to the rear wheel. Now your RPMs are high, so if you dump the clutch, possibility of whoop, going like that, losing control just because you wanted a rev bomb, get an auditory response so that the driver can hear you. It's a waste. To me, it's a waste. What I would rather do is just go on with my day. But at the same time, make sure I'm safe and get yourself out of there. So, no buenos. So he's looking that way, but look where he's at when he looks forward. Look where he's at when he's moving forward. We're right in line with the curb. So we're not even in our lane because he went off and found an escape path. That is what I want you to take away from this. Okay, we do these after action reviews. I like to handpick the nice and easy ones, and not the easy ones, but the nice and good ones, like the good-willed, something that nobody really screws up because you guys submitted your videos. But when we watch these other ones, we do see people that aren't part of the crew, aren't here yet, that haven't gotten what we talk about with the Smart Rider principles, and that's fine. So now we get to see this, and this is great. This is great learning moments for us. So what we do now, instead of what not to do, like let's not rev bomb, let's go ahead and find that escape path and get ourselves out of that situation. Those dum-dums are there no matter what.
Doesn't matter, you're coming out, I'm on the road, this is my turn, you're coming from a parking lot.
Now, I think I remember this video later on, like when he gets to like right here, he's like, well, you know, I shouldn't have rev bombed, or I saw it, I should have saw it, but like, so he actually did his own AAR afterwards. So very good job. Very good job. All right, watch out, left turn. Oh, good break, good break. Ooh, squeeze. Lost a little traction, not a big deal. Kept it up. Know what I'm saying? That's what she said. Moving forward.
Turn, you're coming from a parking lot.
All right, so right here, orange stage. That's definitely not neutral. I don't think he's in neutral. That might be a broken light, or maybe something different. You know, we're not going super fast. We got that speedo right there. You know, he's getting covered. He's getting ready. You know, he's doing his things. His orange stage maneuver. We're going into an intersection. It's green light. Yeah. I get it. We also have, you know, left turner, which is going to be the problem. And we also don't have a rock form mount, which you guys should get a rock form mount. The link is in the description. 25% off. You click that link, automatically applied. I love mine. Come on now. But that's not gonna be the issue here. We're moving forward. Boom. As soon as you see that, soon as you see this person doing this, little dum dum doing that turn, they're gonna try to go because they don't want to get hit. Now, why did they go out in front of us? We could talk about intentional blindness all day. We could talk about motion induced blindness. We could talk about just people not paying attention. They're white staged. Okay, we're zoned in. We're in orange stage, so now we're zoned in. Plus, we're a little paranoid. We're covering those brakes. We're getting ready for emergency maneuvers, doing whatever it is we need to do. Lost recon, I will advertise. I got to pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. We also have this right here. So we have a right turner. Got to be very careful with that. Left turner right here. This is just scary, scary, scary. Nick Rosado, welcome, welcome, welcome. So right here, that's when we start applying the brakes. Now, when I say, guys, you progressively brake pressure, you know, emergency maneuver, swerve, all these different things. When it comes to braking in this kind of situation, hopefully this person goes. Why did I say that? Because we're not trying to stop. We're just trying to slow down enough. Now, if this person doesn't go and they stop like right here, and all we did was slow down enough and then we can accelerate once they decide to stop, we're still golden. If we try to panic and slam the brakes going, let's say 40 miles an hour, can you stop from here? Let's redo this. Can you stop from here to here at 40 miles an hour? I don't know, probably not, but you could probably go down to 20. So let's at least attempt that. So now that we go down to 20, it's buying us some time. Time's going to buy you options. So when this person goes and we try to slow down enough, it's like, oh man, we're not going to stop in time. Well, you don't have to stop in time. Slow down enough, release those brakes, get yourself ready, and swerve. Get yourself out of there. That's the main thing. It's a yellow light. Hopefully nobody else is going. Found the escape path. Did a great job. Did a great job. So now we're looking back. Okay, fine. It's natural instinct. But make sure you look forward again. Because then now you have potential hazards in front of you. You don't know. You don't know if this person decided to say, hey, yo, nice bike. Boom. Runs out in here. You never know. D-nuts. Oh, donuts. Okay. I thought it said something different. Oh, sorry. All right. Through the... Okay. Whoa.
Get out! Do you not fucking look? It's a giveaway sign.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You didn't see because you didn't look. I'm sorry, man. Sorry isn't going to cut if I'm injured, is it? Yeah, but that's why you have to keep distance. I'm sorry, it's my fault, yeah? Right, at least he admitted it. Jesus Christ. You didn't see me because you didn't look.
All right, so I mean, we could talk about that. We could talk about that. Why you didn't look? Why you didn't see? Guys, we haven't got any subscribers. 249943. Come on now. Look at the top right. Let's see if we can get 250. We got 260 people in here. I'm pretty sure some of you aren't subscribed. Click that subscription. So here's what I think happened. Okay. So we have the driver coming out this way, right? Why did he not see it? Because maybe the driver's looking at this part of the road. You know what I mean? We're on the sidewalk. Like we parked up here, probably got some groceries or whatever, and now we're gonna take off. We're doing this, and now we're on the road. So maybe that's why he didn't see us? I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't see us? Well, let's go ahead and refresh. Let's go ahead and refresh. Let's see what happens. No, nothing happened so far. Let's see. So the driver didn't see us because we weren't on the road. The driver was looking for vehicles on the road. We weren't on the road. So I'm just saying that this could be a possible factor of why the driver didn't see us. Okay, now we pulled out. Now, okay, maybe he should see us now because he's right here. He's gonna do this. But you got a lot of different problems. You got a lot of different problems when it comes to certain things like this. But here's the thing: how you react is very important. How you react is very important. So you see that this person's doing this. We're accelerating. Look at this. Look where we're at. Wouldn't this be a better spot over here? Wouldn't planning your ride be a little bit better if you were over to the right because it gave you the best space cushion from anything from over there? I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and stay here and not do anything. So we braked, and now we're going to start moving over.
Get out!
So there could be a ton of different reasons why this driver did not see us. The main thing is we need to make sure that we are being safe. We need to plan our route. We need to position ourselves for safety. We need to locate hazards, adapt to those hazards, navigate those hazards or those threats. This right here is a potential hazard. Okay, so if we position ourselves for safety, we should already be here. But if not, we're over here. We located a hazard, adapt to that hazard. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to drive on left side of New York. Okay, well, that's fine. But that's why there's a car right here on the top that's in our path of travel, or not in our path of travel, that's facing the direction of travel that we're at. So they're parked. So this is almost like a one-way road. Watch, you'll see. So yeah, so this right here, people are parked, people are doing their things. You do what you have to do to get around that. You do what you have to do.
Get out! Do you not fucking look? It's a give way sign.
Yeah, I didn't see you, yeah?
You didn't see because you didn't look.
So you can't teach somebody in this situation. You're not going to teach and mentor. Part of the Smart Rider principles is teaching and mentoring. You can only teach and mentor somebody that wants to be taught. So in this situation, it's a very high stress, like nobody's going to listen to you because you have an angry voice. And I should know. I mean, I get angry a lot, but I still act stupid. The thing is, you shouldn't try to convince somebody otherwise. They're not going to listen. He's already apologetic. He already knew that, you know, he doesn't want to hurt anybody. So it's like, okay, all right, let's calm down. Watch for motorcyclists, and then you figure out what you could do better too.
Sorry, man.
Sorry isn't going to cut if I'm injured, is it?
But you're not.
I'm sorry, it's my fault, yeah?
Right, at least he admitted it.
So I would have taken that opportunity not to say, you know, hey, sorry wouldn't help me if I was injured. It'd be like, hey, sorry doesn't help if you do hit somebody, so please look out for motorcyclists. I know we're very difficult to see. That's it.
Jesus Christ. You didn't see me because you didn't look.
So right here, look at this. You got another hazard. So if you're in this agitated mood, are you looking for these things now? You just got through one very high stress thing. Are you able to now focus on that, or are you still focused on that? That right there is a potential hazard. It's a potential hazard. I mean, just take a look.
Look.
It's getting closer to that path of travel, right? They moved in. Are they going to stay in this? Are they going to stay in this lane right here and go this way? No, they're going into your lane. So you have another potential hazard.
Wow! Are you f***ing kidding me? You God!
Whoa.
See me because you didn't look.
All right, so intersection. Guys, get into orange stage at intersections. Hi, 99 Lives. Get into orange stage. Orange stage, you are going to be prepped and ready for anything, okay? So intersections, automatic orange stage. That means you're covering those brakes. You're getting ready for swerves. You're finding your escape routes, which you should be doing anyways. You're planning a ride. Okay, position yourself for safety. Locate hazards, adapt to hazards, navigate threats. The only time you have to navigate a threat is red stage maneuver. Okay, so we're in orange stage right now. The next step is red stage. So if somebody does pull out in front of us, we find that escape path. We go into active, I gotta save my life mode versus brown stage where I just poo-poo my pantalones. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. So in this situation, we see somebody already turning left in front of us. Now they're gonna commit to that. Okay, what are you gonna do? So at this position, what are you gonna do? Do we have good total stopping distance? Probably. Now, do we have to completely stop in this situation? No. So what we have to do is just slow down enough. Let's say we're going 50 miles an hour, okay? 50 miles an hour. How do we increase the time between us and that intersection when we're going 50 miles an hour? We want to increase time because if we increase the time, it allows this person to go. They already made the decision to go. So how do we increase the amount of time it takes us to get there so they have more time to get out of there? That is what I want you guys to really think about when it comes to total stopping distance in this situation, okay? Total stopping distance when it comes to you have to stop, then yeah, that's when you have to stop. Here, increase your time. just apply 20%, maybe 10% brake pressure, and that's going to slow you down enough. Like I said, if we're going 50 and we only go down to 40, maybe 35, and allows that person to go, we pick up the speed and have a great time. It gets us another reason to get from 35 to 50, the speed limit, as quick as possible. You know what I mean? So all we're doing is allowing this person, because we have to. They're going to do it anyways. They're going to do this anyways. So how do we never slow down? How do we increase this gap? Well, first of all, you have to see the hazard. You have to see it. Well, now it's a threat. So you have to see the hazard before it becomes a threat. And right now it is a threat. So how do we prevent this? With good situational awareness. SMART rider principle, seeking out and recognizing hazardous situations is an automatic orange stage. You already should be zoned in yellow stage. The intersection's orange, so you're already prepped and ready. You're already seeking out hazards. You already prepped yourself before you found a hazard because you saw an intersection coming up. So now the moment you see a hazard, you can adapt to it. It's becoming a threat now, and you're already prepped and ready for navigation of that threat. Oh my gosh, it's like a multi-layered system. It's a multi-layered system on how to navigate traffic and navigate cornering and how to practice your skills on the second channel, how to do all these different things. Come on, guys. Links are in the description for everything that you need. Okay?
Wow! Are you?
Let's watch that one more time.
Look!
All right, let's watch it one more time.
Wow! Are you f***ing kidding me? You f***! God!
So that's all you have to do. Slow down. All right, right here. Right here. Watch out, turning. Ooh. What do you think saved him on that one? What do you think saved him? All right, so we're riding. Why are we on this part of the road? Is this oncoming traffic road? So that means, are we passing, right? Are we passing people? I think so. So why does this person not have brake lights? Why does that person, let's go back even more.
God!
All right, so right here, no brake light, no brake light, brake light, no brake light. Duck, duck, goose. That person has brake lights for a reason. That person has brake lights for a reason. If that person has brake lights, they are making a decision. They are trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? Am I slowing down because there's a hazard in front of me? Or am I slowing down because I'm going to make a turn? Am I slowing down because I feel like it? I forgot which one was the gas pedal. No, you never know. But we got brake lights on one vehicle. That should be that uncommon thing. Yeah, right. What's common? No brake lights right now. That's the common thing. What's the uncommon thing? Person with brake lights. So if you see that, that's because you're being situationally aware. You're in not white stage. You're in yellow stage. You're not in white stage. You're in yellow stage, but you should be in orange stage because we're passing people here. But you should always zone in. You should always pay attention to these little different things. So once again, we're getting closer too. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay, following distance is closing. We're getting closer. So be very careful with that. That means they're making a decision. They're obviously decelerating. Okay, so now you see the tires. They're turning. What do? We got to do something. So what he tries to do is apply some brake pressure. Tries to apply some brake pressure, but it's not going to be enough. Okay, the total stopping distance isn't going to be enough. And in this situation, this person's turning into here, so you do have to stop. This is one of those situations where you do have to stop or they see you. Okay, so what happened here is that he's going to try to decelerate, not realize it's not going to be enough, and then he's going to try to swerve just a little bit. That's exaggerating. I just want to show you that this is what a swerve looks like. Don't go off road. Actually, let's just make it real. So he does this. This moment right here, this move from here to here to here to here is what saves him. Not the horn. The braking helped, so let's go ahead and give it a little bit of that. The braking helped, but that section is what helped him and saved him. Kilroy, his mirrors are like that so he can lane filter, not hit his mirrors. But that is what saved him. The horn doesn't save him, nothing. See, look where we're at. What is he doing with his finger? I'm so sick and tired of seeing the horn being used in an emergency. It should be used in conjunction with you knowing what you're supposed to be doing, like a swerve. Do the swerve first, save yourself, then honk the horn and cuss all you want. Don't do this. Now, this is a natural response, though, so it's very hard to train it out of you. So it's a habit. It's a bad habit, though. Having a phone case like that is a bad habit. Get yourself a rock form code. No, just kidding. Use the link in the description. 25% off. I forgot. I can't be advertising. All right, so we're gonna right here. So moving over. Found an escape path. That's what saved him. Also, guys, make sure you wear gear. Make sure you wear gear. If you don't want a rock form mount, that's fine. That's fine. Click the links in the description for everything else. But we are giving away motorcycle gear. We're giving away Revzilla gift cards every month. Every month. $800 this month. Next month, who knows? We might be giving out some DDFM swag. You get my ebook for free. Okay. Anyways, here we go. 50 more subs until we hit. Oh, gravel. I saw that. Her ankle. It was on her leg.
Ali, ó, o trem escorregou. Não foi porque eu quis, não, rapaz.
Parece que é louco. E esse homem aí?
Oh, man. All right, so we're turning left here. So before you take off from anywhere, just get a quick look at road debris also. Okay, that's one of those things. We always look for cars. We always look for things that will jump out and get us. What we don't look for is where our tires go. So always look for things. Now, in a situation that's very common for us where we should be looking for these things is when we're stopped at a stoplight and we see a bunch of stuff in the intersection from cars kicking it up. And it's like, okay, that's in my path. I'm stuck here at a red light. I'm going to look and see where I'm going to go ahead and do this around that. Okay, cool. I have that there. Okay, now while I'm waiting, okay, now I'm going to look around still. And so that's what you do. Okay, so in this situation, it's like we're kind of waiting for everything, right? So if we're waiting, let's take a look at some of the hazards. How am I going to navigate that? Well, I don't want to turn right on it because gravel, loss of traction possibility. So make sure you go wide and around, or you go and do your U-turn before it. You don't want to do the turning inside of it, okay? You want to stay as straight as possible going over gravel. So how do you get this nice turn right here? How do you get this nice turn? Practicing in a parking lot. Go to the Motorcycle Training Concepts second channel. We go over parking lot stuff. I show you the ride along with DanDanTheFireman where I'm out on the street showcasing all these things and riding at least one video a week because, it's a lot of production making 20 something on this channel. Know what I'm saying? So this is where the turn starts to happen right inside that. And guess what? That's why it dumps. Now, the cool thing is, probably bought some engine crash guards. So it's able to keep the engine safe, basically, on a low-speed thing like this. And you could get that at Revzilla if you click the link in the description. If you're going to buy Revzilla stuff anyways. Boom. You see how he pushed her out of the way? So my concern on this one is her leg, because that's where the chain is. But it shouldn't be. It's not moving, but still, it's.
Ali, ó, o trem escorregou.
Glad she has a helmet though.
Não foi porque eu quis, não, rapaz.
Parece que é louco. E esse homem aí?
All right. Oh man. Hey, it's not just cars. Hey, motorcyclists. Come on now.
Whoa. Bro. Not cool, dude.
Got a little brown stage. Got a little panic. That's fine. like when somebody does that to me, I would do a little bit of a little poo-poo my pantalones. So right here, we got side of the vehicle all the way to the right. We have somebody here. Looks like they're moving into this left turn lane. So you got to watch out for that. They're coming into this lane to turn left. You got to be careful. Got to be very careful. So they're already moving like this. So at this point, go ahead and roll off the throttle. Hope for the best. You don't really have good escape paths. You can maybe swerve left. You can't swerve right. So in this situation, if you can't do a lot of different things like that, then you should be going a little bit slower and anticipating as much as you possibly can.
Whoa.
So right here, it looks like they figured it out. When you say the whoa, I hear some skidding. I think it's his tires. So practice that progressive brake pressure because you are trying to decelerate the situation. Thankfully, this driver saw us because honestly, if this driver kept going and then maybe stopped here, or maybe they were only like partially out and their back end was right here, we might have clipped them. But if that's the case, we can always hopefully swerve out of the way. But this is a situation where honestly, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if this car driver did not stop, this motorcycle rider would have hit him and severe injuries. Okay? Oh, hit the button.
Bro! Not cool, dude.
Yeah, Joe Lunch Bucket. I like to weave a little to increase my visibility. That is called presenting your position. So a lot of the things that happen when it comes to situations like this is that there's that motion-induced blindness from a car driver where we kind of blend in to the background. And there's also inattentional blindness where they aren't seeing us. Their brain does not like recognize that we're a motorcyclist or a person there. It kind of blocks us out. It's like photoshopping for our brain, just kind of blurs us out of that. So what we could do is when we present, it's just a little bit. It's just like this. Presenting. What that's doing is at the middle, it's moving the headlight. So it's moving the headlight. It's giving that car driver something that's moving. Now, movement and light is what grabs people's attention. So if you are moving a little bit like this, coming up to this area, and your light's doing this, hopefully it's going to grab their attention. Like it pretty much should if they're looking that direction. Okay, it's not going to be blind. It's not going to be blending into the background because the background's still, and all of a sudden, my head's moving. Oh, you see my head. So that's a great. Thank you for mentioning that. That's great. So present yourself a little bit. Hopefully they'll see you.
Bro! Not cool, dude.
962 guys, 38 more subscribers. Subscribe. Watch it go to 250. All right, here we go. Whoa! Can't do much about that. That was a close call. Couldn't do anything about that. Yellow, watch out, watch out. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Good braking. I hate when drivers do this.
What a novice.
So right here, we have a great vision, great line, great everything. It's an intersection, so I'm in orange stage. I'm already prepped and ready. I'm going to use any type of red stage maneuvers if I had to, so I'm prepped and ready for that. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the brakes, cover the clutch, get ready for my escape paths and swerves. We do have somebody right here. That's a concern. Always a concern, especially if this lane is open and they don't look at us. They might just go, so be very concerned about that. I'm not worried about any left turners right here because we have two big boys just kind of blocking the view for that, but you can kind of maintain that path. And even if somebody wants to do this, when you get to the intersection, they're probably just going to be like right here, and you're already like right here past them. So it's almost a non-issue on that one. So my biggest concern is this. Now, the uncommon thing in a common situation, well, this is still common. Brake lights, people don't like hitting bumps. So they'll brake a little bit before the bump, little dum-dums. But then as soon as you see that indicator, it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and slow it down just a little bit and then go ahead and relax on that. So now they're definitely in our path, okay? So you don't have options. You can't swerve right. Whoa, my pen. You can't swerve right. You might be able, if you can. I doubt it. Maybe you could do that, but that's going to be a little creepy and scary. You can't swerve left. Not really. You can accelerate, but you'll hit. So not really. All you can do is decelerate in this situation, or if you're lucky, kind of just anticipate and do that. Or you could do both. So decelerate and kind of move over a little bit. That's a good option. That's something I would look for. And that's what he did. So decelerating, screaming, horn, that's fine. The screaming and horn, I'd probably do the same thing. Maybe remove the horn because I can scream and still have two hands. But if I scream and horn, I have that one hand basically to do most of the primary controls. Remember, guys, primary controls is not just your right hand. It's not just throttle and front brake. It's your rear brake, it's your shifter, and it's your clutch too. Primary controls. If you take your left hand off in an emergency situation, you just removed that primary control. Okay, if you take your right hand, you removed a lot. If you're kicking around, you're removing all those other things. So make sure you're paying attention to that. So right here, if we see this, if we had to, let's say this person stopped completely. This is your gap right here. You need to go for that. Okay, you need to go for that. So this is why you're constantly trying to find these things. You're trying to constantly scan. You're constantly planning, okay, position. You're locating these hazards. Okay, you're adapting to the hazards. Navigate this threat. Navigate this threat. Hit that subscribe button. Come on now. But he slowed down enough to allow them in. Okay? So do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. But witness it. You know, anticipate it. See that? Anticipate, anticipate, anticipate, anticipate. So it doesn't become a surprise, because when it becomes a surprise, you panic. But he did a good job. Great fundamental skills. All right, Interstate. Watch out for anybody merging. There it is. There was a lot of uncommon things in that situation. You see that motorcyclist on the side of the road? Very weird. Very weird to have this person want to come out. Very weird. Now, it's like, well, he should be right here so he protects it. You know, he's staggered. They're going to do that anyways. What I was looking at is that person on the side. I was like, maybe I want to rescue a rider. You know, smart rider principles. I'm going to rescue a rider, see what's up. And, you know, who knows? Maybe this person's doing the same thing, made it their emergency. They wanted to take care of this person, didn't see these people, created another emergency. Who knows? Or maybe the driver wanted to go there. What's up, Jay Cruz? How you doing? Woo! But yeah, I was like, what is this person doing? They're riding on the shoulder. A little weird. A little weird. Now, that's a good horn. That's a good horn. You can use your horn in that situation if you wanted to. The biggest thing here is you do have escape paths to the left on the shoulder. Now, that motorcyclist kind of blocked it, but you do have escape paths. Utilize those escape paths, okay, guys? Okay, so you definitely have now this open area, okay? So it's opening up to you. So it's opening up to you. So you could go into this lane if you had to. You go ahead and get out of this lane. You're not even going to be in it anyways. Another thing is you can decelerate. So if you're separated from the pack because you have this person in between you and this person, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. You can always get around them. You can always communicate with them with your Cardo Pack Talk Bolds, Cardo Pack Talk Slims, Cardo Freakoms, whatever it is you want. Use the link in the description. You get a discount by clicking that link and getting yourself a Cardo. They're a huge sponsor of this channel, so thank you, thank you, thank you. They allow me to do this basically full time, so amazing. So that right there, what do we have? What options do we have? Okay, horn, I would decelerate or accelerate. My go-to on a lot of these things is deceleration. Because if I accelerate, now I put myself close to this person. Maybe this person wants to come back in. Maybe they really cut it. You know, we could have a bunch of issues. The one thing that solves almost all of them is that deceleration. Decelerate. You could swerve to the left too, Erwin. Definitely swerve to the left. All right, going through a corner, watch out. That was already indicated. We put ourselves in that situation, no reason to talk about it.
You don't do that in a bloody roundabout! You stick to the f***ing lane, you dumbass bitch!
All right, it says slow. I think we've done this one already. Oh, nice braking. That's right, he's a wanker.
Jesus.
All right, so this situation, once again, it's a blind curve. We're going to go through these quick. Blind curve. It says slow, so we should probably take that in consideration, but you can't see past this, so we should be going at a speed that allows us to navigate any potential threats around this corner within what we have here. Okay, when we're moving, it's going to increase, it's going to increase, it's going to increase. Why did it say slow? I don't know, but this looks like a sign right there. And then maybe this is another signage, and that's going to indicate that, you know, people want to turn off and go that way, and you can turn off and go that way. So if I see that, guess what? That's an intersection. I should be in orange stage anyways. So I'm prepped and ready for a progressive brake pressure. Remember, we're not trying to stop on a dime. We're just trying to slow ourselves enough to where we can start making decisions. Time kind of slows down when you're in an emergency. Well, let's give ourselves a little bit more time by decelerating, okay? So that's what I would do in that situation. He does a pretty good job here. As soon as he sees this, that's that uncommon thing in a common situation, and it's the side of the vehicle. So we have to slow down enough before there, okay? We have to, at least to see what they're doing. And if they stay right there, because they're trying to open up the view because they can't see around this hedge either. So what they're doing is they're sticking out, which is still stupid. If they stay right there, we can easily navigate around them. But if they don't stay there, we need to slow down enough to now make a different choice, okay? We can't just from right here say, you know what, I'm going to go around them because they're not all the way in. You don't know that yet. And that's exactly it. So he's gonna smash that. He's gonna smack grab. He's gonna smack grab his brakes. Okay, so since he grabbed it really hard, it went from like 0 to like, let's say 70% brake pressure. I'm just throwing numbers out there. So 0 to 70, the tire was going acceleration. All of a sudden, it's got to do 70% brake pressure. It's gonna skip. It's gonna skid. It's not gonna grab as much as it should. So that's why you do progressive brake pressure, because then it gives it, okay, I'm going to have a little nibble of the road. Okay, I'll have another nibble. I'll have another nibble. I'll have another nibble. We're at 60% now. I'm getting full, and I stop at 100. So give it little nibbles. Give it little baby nibbles. So do 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 90, 100 if you want. If you want to do 90. But at least give it something. Okay, give it an appetizer. That's what the whole jostle is that we lost a little traction but still gained some because we weren't doing it too crazy. But right here, this is all we have. So if we were over here, we'd have collided. So if you slow down enough, it's going to buy you time to have an option of doing something else, okay? So if your original plan was to, as soon as you saw him, you're going to go around because he's only sticking out. Let's see how that would work. Let's see. So right here, it's like, oh, my original plan, I see him come out. I'm just going to accelerate and go around. All right, let's see how that would work. Because you're assuming at this point. It wouldn't have worked. I'm not saying that, you know, every situation is going to be like this. What I'm saying is if you decelerate, you can now make a choice to do that or not. You made it, if you just try to go when first you see it and you're like, hey, I'm just going to make that choice, boom, call it a day. You didn't really think about it. And that's where a lot of people get in trouble, is that they don't really think about it. So if you slow down, you could buy yourself the option to still do it, or you bought yourself the option to go left. I want to give myself these options by slowing it down. I don't want to assume my only option is this one and it's going to work, because this one wouldn't have worked. So good as much. Whoa. As much as this person didn't have that good fundamental skill of progressive brake pressure, still did enough to buy them a new option to safely get out of that situation. So after this ride, if I was this rider and I saw this, or I obviously witnessed it, but I looked at the footage again, I'd be like, I need to practice my progressive brake pressure. That's it. So now there's something I can learn. Now I'm teaching myself. I'm mentoring myself. I'm creating a training program for myself based off of my weaknesses. And I would go through it and be like, how come I did not see that? How come I did not see? I didn't think there was an intersection. How come I did not see? How come I did not see? All based off of footage. So that's why I never say you're doing terrible. This is a stupid person. You shouldn't be doing this, because this is all learning moments. Very important.
Jesus.
Intersection, red light. Red light, red light, red light, red light.
I got it.
Oh, this is Ratchet. This is a crew member.
I'm just gonna say it was a brake failure.
That's actually a crew member. I did an AAR on this one already. His mother
this.
His mother passed away recently, and his friends took him out for a ride, and he wasn't thinking. And that's what happened here. So that does play into, you know, how you're riding. You know, if your mind is somewhere else, you're not thinking about what's happening here. Okay, if your mind's on something else, stay home, sit on a couch to where you're not in a physical or even mental hazard in that point. Okay, so, or financial hazard, mental, you're still a problem. If you're in a bad spot, take a break or realize you need to think about this stuff because this stuff is immediate. The other stuff already happened. Think about it later.
I got it.
Hey, progressive brake pressure. You didn't hear any tires skid. You didn't hear ABS kick in. You didn't hear anything like that. And look it. So we're riding, and then the moment he starts applying the brake pressure, imagine if that's what you had to do, but look where he ended up. So that's his total stopping distance. So that means you should brake sooner. So how do you brake sooner? It's exactly what happened here. Wasn't paying attention. His head was somewhere else. So you need to stay in it because even if you have amazing fundamental skills, imagine if there was a car coming, because it's a green light, right? Imagine if there was a car coming this way and he stopped in their lane. Boom, impacted. Okay, so far only cars were going this way. But the cars, this is how it works. So he ends up like right here. This car in the intersection could have hit him. So as good as your fundamental skills are, if you're not paying attention, you won't be able to use them in time. Thankfully, it was a left turn arrow probably for these car drivers. Because if it wasn't, the cars over there possibly would have hit him. Or he would have T-boned them. So watch this real quick. The moment he starts applying the brakes and where he ends up. We already passed, I think I heard ABS, but we already passed this lane, and we're maybe like right here. So we just crossed 2 lanes of traffic. Thankfully, they were not going. And thankfully, there's not another car still going. So this right here was a close call that we should learn from. And I want to say thank you to Ratchet for first sending this in. I did this video a while back. Thank you for sending it in. Like I said, his mind was on his recently passed mother. She recently passed. I think it was from COVID.
Got it. I'm just gonna like.
They're talking on a Bluetooth system. You know which kind that I like. It's down in the description.
Say it was a brake failure.
Now it's at the end of the ride. That was him going home, and his buddy was taking off.
A brake failure.
He was going home. That was at the very end of the ride. What are the statistics? It's like you get in an accident within like 3 miles of your house. Like most accidents are within 3 miles of your residence. It's because you're not thinking about it. You've been here so many times, you get complacent. Uncommon thing, common situation.
You're on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side of the road.
Good job, though. I would have done the same thing. He already understands. Why did that truck honk the horn? Oh, he ran a red light. Holy crap, look at that. Who here believes in like omens and like things like that? I'm sorry, guys. This is a little something from personal. I have a feeling some greater authority caused this to happen. This person on the wrong side of the road caused it to happen, knowing full well you were going to say something, right? That caused you not to go when it was green. Because look how long it's been green. It's been green this whole time. Oh, okay. Maybe it turned green right there. Anyways. Imagine if you went and you accelerated like most motorcycles. Divine intervention. I'm just, whatever you believe. I believe something. You believe whatever you want. Imagine if you're already halfway through the intersection and that semi hit you. Now, I got multiple uniforms, Door. This is the Smart Rider uniform. Links in the description if you want to get your own. Or at least it should be. He would have died. I don't know, guys. Maybe not in the description, but it should be in the merchandise section, right below the video. Imagine. Nobody sees that stuff. They only saw the wrong driver, but that dude blew a red light. Could have been us. Could have been us. Yeah. Pedestrians, man. Hey, we're only at 964. How come nobody's subscribing? Let's go ahead and refresh that. It automatically refreshes. Come on now.
What the f?
Almost 250,000. Look at the top right.
Do the thumbs up. Great.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out for that. So this is why I make sure I'm focused on me. Like if I'm not gonna look for his reaction when I give him a thumbs up. I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up and I'm gonna keep going. You know what I mean?
Great.
Because you got that. Always look for the next one.
What are you doing? Oh my Lord! That person, without a doubt, didn't look.
Train. Oh, they crashed. Nice. So typically in America, these side roads are actually not public roads. So don't go there. Union Pacific patrols those roads. Those are actually their roads. They own those roads. Those are private roads. Unless it says otherwise. Ooh, blind corner. Side of the vehicle. Good job. You know the brake. Hey, the horn honked. The horn worked. The horn worked in that situation, but can't always trust it. All right, blind corner. So the fact that this person's going slow, good. Got side of the vehicle right there. Good. Did a good job. All right, red light. Watch out for behind you. Oh! Is that like Dubai? All right, so okay, uncommon thing. All right, so we're following a vehicle right underneath the Cardo thing. I know it's right there. Trust me, on my screen, it's like blurred out pretty much. We have this uncommon thing in a common situation, which is going to be that vehicle. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. Boom. Uncommon thing in a common situation. We can't see that vehicle, or we see that vehicle. It's off on the side. It's on the shoulder. It has an indicator. So this is that situation where they should see us. Once again, you guys need to stop thinking that these people see us and that they're going to stay where they're supposed to stay. You just can't. The default is they're never going to see us. And that's what everyone says, like Taiba. It's always say, ride like you're invisible, but nobody acts like that. It's not about, well, they're going to not see us and then kill us, and now we have this fight where we're armies versus army. No, it's not the case. It's like they don't see us. Ride like you're invisible, meaning you need to take every single action, every single default thing that would happen if you're in a car. It needs to be thrown out the window, and you need to ride like nobody can see you, and that means you need to take all that responsibility on yourself. All that safety responsibility. You can't just be like, well, I'm in a car, so they typically see me. Well, now when I'm on a motorcycle, I'm invisible, so they should see me, but they don't. So if they don't, I'm gonna hit a mirror. That's not how it works. It means they don't see you. They're gonna pull out in front of you. So if they pull out in front of you, what are you gonna do? And that's where you're supposed to have all the training possible that you can possibly muster and get, free or otherwise, and make sure you are staying safe. Let's go ahead and do this. Oink. So this person now, let's go ahead and do that. This person now comes into our lane, and you can already see the rider starting to swerve a little bit. So in this situation, what do? You see this person already doing that unless they're turning left. You can get into this lane if you had to, because the main thing here is this person wants to get in this lane. If they really want to get into this lane too, we're in a bad spot. Lapedas, we're in a bad spot, aren't we? So we're in a bad spot. So the one thing that we can do is hopefully decelerate. We can swerve, but this is one of those scary situations where there's not much we can do. So make sure you're wearing full gear just in case you do crash. Your situational awareness is hopefully going to prevent these situations. Your fundamental skills is hopefully going to prevent these situations. If you get in a crash, the gear you have is hopefully going to mitigate injuries. If you are in a group ride, or if you're by yourself, you know how to rescue yourself just in case you start having arterial bleed or having a problem with your leg and it's bleeding out, going crazy. You know what to do with your trauma kit and medical training. So now you have an extra safety step. So the Smart Rider principles are going to be a layer of safety and safety and safety. Once we get to acquiring, utilizing personal protective equipment and rescuing other riders, we already crashed, so let's make it less severe. And then the rescuing is, let's make sure we don't die. And then teaching and mentoring is mainly to reinforce the skills that we've hopefully been training, because you can't teach somebody something you don't know. So great swerve, got himself out of the position. Perfect. Now decelerate, and get back here, but not obviously this close, but decelerate so that you're back into your lane with a massive space cushion. Don't push them back out, because now they're going to do that to somebody else. Let them in. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Okay, good. What's up, Harry? How come you didn't see our red hat? You didn't see our red hat. Hey, 99. Terrible driver. Let them do their thing. Don't worry about them.
See that, yeah?
The man with no name, that's not nice. I actually like Yami Noob. And hate is a strong word. Hate is a strong word. I don't think anybody should hate anybody. Maybe dislike. But I actually, I've spent time with him, talked to him, rode with him. He's a cool guy. Good braking. I think I already did a video on this. Near future, you got a red beard, baby. Oh, it's more like brown? All right, what's happening here? Hey, this is Trading Wheels again.
What the hell is this? What the?
Drunk driver. I would call 911 on that. I'd call 911 on that. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Good job. I want a scooter. What's a good scooter? What's a good scooter?
You doing, man?
I don't think he wants to act now. He's always been about safety. I think he understands what he did wrong. And for me, coming from no person is perfect. No person is perfect. And then at the end of the day, we're doing after action reviews. So after his crash, what do you think he did? He made a choice to now be safety conscious. I just don't think he talks about it. He doesn't talk about the crash. And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we could talk about the crash all we want, and we all know he shouldn't have done that. But he's paid the price, literally. Like, I talked to him, walked with him, and wrote with him, and he's got nerve damage in his hand. He's got this and this and this. He's got scarring. He's got possibly PTSD. I don't know. So he's got his own problems, but he's doing quite a bit. He's giving out quite a bit of bikes to beginner riders. You know, a lot of people are very happy. It probably pulled them out of situations financially. I mean, imagine getting an $8,000 bike, but not needing it, but you need to pay rent for the next 3 months because of COVID. Boom, you sold that bike, you're able to pay rent. So for somebody to be able to provide that for somebody else is pretty good. You know, to be able to provide that is amazing. On top of all the information that he's giving, you know, all the entertainment he's giving. So at the end of the day, it's like, do we stay on the one thing that he did, or do we look at all the good? You know, Yamaha Aerox. I was thinking about I think I was thinking about a Yamaha. Side of the vehicle, look at that. Okay. Guys, I don't think we're going to hit 250 on stream. Another uncommon thing. Oh. Yeah, what are you doing walking there, fool? Yeah. And that's fine, Dinah. I mean, the impression I got was different. I mean, but that's because I met him. So, I mean, we have different contexts. That's fine. That's fine. You're allowed to have opinions. Everybody, we didn't hit 250,000. We're so close. We're so close. But here's the thing, guys. If you want to support the channel, just go to the Discord. Discord is absolutely free. I had a ton of fun. We did 3 hours, 22 minutes. A lot longer. I was hoping to get that 250,000. Really was hoping. So we're going to have a ton of fun out on the Discord. I'm going to take a nap because I am exhausted. And I'm going to get some things checked and changed. But by tomorrow, I think this is going to happen. It's going to happen. 250,000, 250,000 subscribers. I just want to say thank you to you so much for this impressive number. I never thought. I honestly thought maybe I could hit 150 by the end of this year. I think it's 150, maybe 175. Can't believe we're going to get 250,000 subscribers. You guys want to shoot for 500,000 by the end of 2021? Kilroy? I don't know. We'll try it out. Maybe we'll try Sunday. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and take off. I just want to say thank you to everybody that is here. All right? I'll see you around. All right. Bye. Bye.